lot to get into, and there's a lot of things that's been said. So
Who's mad?
yeah, right. So let's start the countdown.
5.
Oh, here we go. I cannot wait. We on to your mamas and all your animals out there.
It's Brittany, bitch.
That's right, I'm changing all the vibes today. I know we start out a little different, but it has to be ironic for the things that we're gonna say today. I'm just saying. And baby girl Alanis Morissette is out there, and we're gonna talk about her today as well. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. There's so much to talk. But who would have thought? You figured. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. That's all it is. I'm just saying, I got to give my baby Alanis Morissette some credit. Let me say now, Podcast Nation, Main Event TV, a.k.a. Me TV, a.k.a. the Iron Man out the frying pan into the fire. It gets to get nothing higher than this. I'm letting you know now. I'm here with Wing Zero. I'm here with Ben Odenson. I'm here with Curious Doom. I'm here with the Red Comet
What's
himself.
up, folks?
Understand that we are always here for you, and we will always be here for you, and this is what we do. Gentlemen, I want to say, thank you for, again, showing up for the 12th episode of the Event Omega podcast. So many people keep asking me, what does Event Omega mean? And I had to keep telling them, for those who don't know, this is grand closing. Grand opening was event status, grand closing. That's right. This is it for me. This is what I like to do right now. This is it. There's no this was the reinvention over the years. And I think people don't understand that. Once this is done, I'm done. I've been doing this for over, 10, 11 years? Once this is done, I'm done when it comes to this, okay? So understand
I don't know, man. I think it's pretty hard to get you to go down.
Yeah.
I think you'll still stick around.
I keep saying I'm done, I keep coming back, I know.
I still think you'll stick around.
It's like those bands that always have their last tour. Yeah, Kiss's last tour.
Last tour for like 5 years. Yep.
Psych!
But Joe, man, how was y'all weekend? I need to know. How was y'all weekend?
Pretty good. Not too much going on.
Same here. That's a blessing. You know what? Nope. You know what? Before we even start, round of applause for that have nothing to do. Less stress. I swear to God. They doing their thing.
Although I believe Common has something to say though.
Yeah, the fans are saying that 100 episodes, man. We'll see if it gets there. Like I said, we're having fun as it is. I swear. Like I said, I've said it before. I'll say it again. If y'all would be a fly on the wall the way we do our meetings, there needs to be a recording for the meeting, but we should also be arrested for the meeting.
Oh God!
I mean,
shit, we got our master clipper.
I'm just saying the way things are. It's just we just go off the wall during a meeting, so we always do it days before the show, so that just in case anybody can tend to forget their feelings, because we try not to talk too much on topic because we want to keep the takes fresh for y'all. You know what I mean? Instead of just regurgitating them. So we don't talk about the topics as much as we want to. But those emotions get into it. They're like, what? What happened? And I'm like, nope, save it for the show. Don't say nothing. They're like,
we do have to tell each other. It's like save it for the show.
Yeah, save it for the show. So you understand that when y'all hear our takes, this is the original take that we have. This is not something that's been rehearsed. This is not something that, so everything that you hear when we're talking to each other, we're bouncing off each other, it's all natural. That's why I said other podcasts don't have this like we have it. They just don't. I'm sorry to tell y'all this, but they don't. Like I said, we top 3. I'll take top 3 and run.
We scored again. Yeah, fucking yeah.
Yeah, they just scored. I see they scored. 2-0. 2-0. Arsenal's on a roll right now. They're beating Tottenham. All right, but it's still a lot of time. Just saying.
Mind you, this is all unscripted. So like they're literally watching a football game right now.
This is unscripted. I'm sitting here having a pint and watching the game while we're sitting here doing this. That's why when people say, "Oh, this is so hard work," I can't believe it. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting here talking about watching the game and having a pint. This isn't hard work, man. I'm sorry. It's just not. I'm sorry. It's fun. So yeah. But anyone else their weekend? How did y'all weekend go? I mean, we had one for a good weekend. That's the same thing with me. It was a boring weekend. I'll take a less stress-free weekend. Anyone else?
I think Comet has something to say.
Oh, does he? Oh, go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Oh.
You're up.
Huh? Hold
Why
on,
you
huh?
put me out there like that?
Huh? Well, yeah. I guess I do have something to say.
Go ahead. Fire away.
So, yeah. So it looks like I got a new job at an aerospace company.
Oh
So
man, that's a what
that's
again? Wait a minute before we
yeah.
get started.
So it's gonna be a pretty exciting journey. So
All right, well,
we'll see how this whole thing plays out. I actually start tomorrow. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice change of pace.
Before you say anything, round of applause and congratulations for your job. Round of applause. You knew you do it because you were telling us before about it, and we were like, good luck. We know you're going to get it. So, and now you got it. So definitely, congratulations for that.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, so we'll see how it all plays out, man. I got the call on, I got the email on Friday, really, and they're like, yeah, so we want to just go ahead and offer you this position if you want to, I was like, all right, I'll take it. I was like, let's go, and then they're like, oh, when can you start? And I was like, you can either start Monday or you can start, a week from now. And I'm like, Monday, like, let's get the show running like right now.
That's the type of attitude I like to hear. Yep. It's like, you want to do it now, get out, let's do it. Exactly.
Just do it.
Don't wait.
So.
Yeah, that's how it happened for me when I started my new job. I was like, yeah. And he goes, I'll start on the 7th. Why not?
Yeah, that's exactly how it should be. You shouldn't be sitting around and waiting. As soon as an opportunity comes, take it and run with it. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh yeah.
That's the type of vibe we try to keep here. You know what I mean? And I think that other people don't understand that you see all these people out of work, and it's not that everyone is lazy. I'm not going to sit here and say that.
Yeah.
But I understand the argument between people think that people just want handouts, and then other people say no, people just want free labor. It's so I understand the difference, and I understand the debate. But when you're passionate about something and you're itching to get to it, you want to do it as fast as possible. You want to do it right now. Not right now, but yesterday. So I understand. I definitely understand that.
Shows initiative.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah. So it's never been about anybody's being lazy. It's being about that companies just didn't want to hire.
And now they have.
Say companies don't want to hire people what they're worth.
Yeah.
Because they know they're all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Well, it's here's how I feel about this. I'm going to take a real quick take, and this is going to get slightly political, but I'll keep it politically ambiguous. But so you can't. Certain people cannot claim, and I'm going to say a certain person cannot claim that they've caused job growth when they literally broke your kneecaps.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, you cannot call it job growth if you took away someone's jobs and then just give them right back. I'm just gonna say it. The country as a whole, I've seen a bunch of job growth, and yet you should thank me for it. Oh, okay. That's literally like the mob selling you insurance.
I'm gonna say that's pretty much been just about any leader.
He already shooting. He's shooting at the president. He aimed high. He aimed high as fuck.
That's pretty much been every president though.
It has been.
Yeah.
It has been.
But let's not. This is a unique situation that we're in right now because of the whole pandemic and all of that. So they're going to take advantage of it when they can and say, during the pandemic we had a bunch of job growth. Look, you didn't grow any jobs. All you did was give the jobs back that you shut down, that you took away to begin with. There's no job growth.
Yeah,
there's none.
There's a lot of people out here still who don't have jobs, and there's a lot of places that are still shutting down. I mean, from from my eyes, that's what I see. You know what I mean? Every day.
But the whole lazy part of it, that's kind of towards Vic Mignogna. Like he shouldn't opened his mouth and said that.
He did say that, and it came back to bite him. I mean, people got mad at him.
Yep, it sure did.
Bit him in the ass.
And I'm for it. If you say something, hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I mean,
that is absolutely correct.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully he'll speak different next time.
I'm gonna be the last person to tell my weekend.
Well,
I'm the last person.
All right.
Well,
so who do we have next?
Ben?
Discuss Cody's main event.
Well, Ben hasn't said anything. They just scored again. What are you doing, mate? What's wrong with you? They scored again.
Yeah. Ben just over here.
It's 3-0.
Yeah, that's why fucking Tottenham are the cucks, man. I just told you they're the most worst team in the fucking world.
He hates,
So,
But
man,
he hates
yeah.
Tottenham.
you're up.
I'm up. Okay.
My last this month in general has been a shit.
Yeah. Well,
I hate this month. I want to just get over it. But
Oi, mate.
I think look, okay, this was all good. It's all right. But I think the best thing was what I did to Prince Blue, because he tried to do some shit, and I told him in DMs, I'm gonna get him for that. And the next day, fucking Christ, it went fucking too bad. I was like, fucking Christ, man, you went too far with the fucking cameo, and I'm like, okay, I'm fine with it. So I sent it to him, and he just fucking goes with it, and
I
I'm
don't
like,
think
yeah,
you went too far. I think it was good. I think it was good.
fucking dick traitors.
He pranked him with a cameo, and Blue loved it. He loved it. So I don't.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I don't see the problem.
He's got to buy an Arsenal t-shirt, the piece of shit. I don't know, he's gonna have to buy it.
Well, if they win today
But,
by a landslide like this, he's going to end up buying one. So,
yeah, he's gonna have to. Yeah, if he does, he's got to buy a Spurs shirt, and that's gonna be even worse.
you know, the sports community does do that. They make bets on who wins and loses, and the loser has to buy the the opposite team shirt. They do that.
Shirt.
They do that.
Do you know
what?
I saw. Oh, I got something to tell you about that story. There's one dude from Judge Rinder. It was a TV show. And he made the opposite team, like, if they lost, they had to put a tattoo of, like, Manchester City or Manchester United on them.
That's too far.
God, really?
Way too far. Tattoo? No, that's too far.
And he got death threats as well. The fucking person had to put a man.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's a bit too far.
He was on social media.
Yeah, don't ever send anybody death threats, folks.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're really serious about it, I mean, you talk, you walk it out, you talk it, but I wouldn't be sending death threats. I mean, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like,
that's a big no-no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do that shit. But yeah, it's been alright, I guess. Like, that's it. And of course, watching Arsenal destroy Tottenham is the best day of my life.
Best day of your life, huh? Wow, okay.
Yeah. Well, we've been sucking for a while, so I deserve this fucking win.
Wait, ain't you gonna go event? I'm last.
I said that I had a boring weekend. I had a stress-free weekend. Go ahead.
Oh,
do it. Do your thing,
boy. My week has been fucking all elite. Look, my weekend, this whole week for me has been all elite, man.
All elite.
I was actually at the live show for All Elite Grand Slam.
No.
Nice.
AE fucking W.
Wait.
No.
Before he goes any further, let me give a shout out to Beast, who got the tickets right for you.
Beast and Destiny FOMO.
Beast and
They
Destiny
were the
FOMO.
ones.
Small. Look. Let me give some round of applause for them. Man. Come on. Look out for a homie like that. That tells me a lot. Looking out for somebody like that to go to the show. Go ahead, Wing Zero. Go ahead.
Dude, like, honestly, like, yo, seeing Grand Slam, I saw Elevation, Dark, Dynamite, and Rampage all in one night. Good matches. Good fucking matches, man.
Well, we're going to get into wrestling in a bit. So, I mean, yeah, we'll definitely
But yeah, honestly, though, like, from the bottom of my
go
heart.
watch wrestling?
No, honestly, though, for the bottom of my heart, man, I really do think Destiny FOMO and Beast, though. Like,
yeah, no, I mean,
they're the MVPs.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. You say you the real MVP, huh? Like, it's one of those things where you have to remember that this is Wing Zero's first time being at a live event. So
yeah,
I'd say that's a pretty awesome experience to be for a first.
Man, the seats that he was at, dude. The seats that he was at
you
was.
You see him on TV. I mean, they were so close.
Yeah, like a lot of people kept telling me, yo, I was on in the camera shots and shit.
Yeah. I mean, we sat and watched Dynamite, and I was like, "Yo, there you go." And you were like, "Did you see me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I see you. There you go, right there." Like,
man, I looked up the tickets at on the Ticketmaster website and how much they were going for, and I was like, in the area that he was in, I was like, no, they couldn't have spent that much.
Yeah, you got to give him credit, man. I mean, that's something you never know. That'd be maybe a once in a lifetime thing. So, I mean, friends like that, you want to keep around. You know.
But like real talk though, like. We was talking about like a Ring of Honor. So when they show up, I might be going with them to see a Ring of Honor.
Oh, okay, that's good. I mean, it's good that you're getting out and you're doing stuff like that. I mean, you're supposed to enjoy life. You know what I mean? And the entertainment,
But I'll tell you one thing though, this applies to us as well.
Okay.
after Grand Slam and after seeing the Lucha Bros, that 8-man tag.
Okay.
Wait.
What do you mean?
Grand Slam? Like a Denny's?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
I got that whole night got me super motivated. And best believe, event.
Virgil.
Best believe. We're gonna keep striving in Gundam versus Maxi.
He's on Gundam. I thought he was going right here to fight a Salto wrestling game match. I was like, oh.
This motivation.
I'll see you at WrestleMania.
This motivation got me riled. Got me all fired up, man. I'm actually super motivated because we're gonna get ready to do a Gundam tournament at Brooklyn Arcade. We're just getting the final tweaks ready.
Oh, cool. Good deal, man.
Let me have a drink real quick.
That's awesome.
Like, here we go again.
Because, like I said, it's like Beast told me that night, yo, that's good that you're motivated. I want to see that energy more. And I was like, yeah, we're going to I want to do that tournament. I want to do that tournament over there so badly.
I thought you were going to say, hey, of all this positive energy,
every time I try to go to sleep, they wake me back up. Why? Why?
But overall, though, like, I'm happy I left with a chair.
Yeah, I mean, that was something. I mean, that's something you can keep for the rest of your life. That's, that's something that, that you definitely can sit back and say, hey, I've been there, I did this, and this is what I got to show for it. And it's, it's a souvenir. It's one of those things where I don't think that you would easily just get rid of. You know what I mean? It's a chair. Anyone can chair. I mean, you can sit on it. You can hit somebody with it. I mean, why not?
I think you should bring it to your Gundam tournament. Whoever you beat, you just knock them out with the chair. Hit him with the chair.
They'll whoop the shit out of them.
Hit him with the folding chair. Yeah.
And then throw it at them afterwards, and then just shot at them, and then just
throw your hands up and walk in a circle.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Man, like okay, that's what we do.
Nah, fucking madman. So I'm gonna start a Korean booty slut faction. Nah, I'm already part of a faction.
But you should start. The faction and be the head of it. I mean, at this point, here's
the thing.
I digress.
Here's the thing. Since this motivation got me for Gundam and shit, right?
And we have some Gundam news for y'all, just to let y'all know. We have Gundam news for y'all.
Exactly.
There is some Gundam news.
This motivation, we're already part of a faction event. Since we're partners, we're part of the part of the Harlem Arcade faction, and we're part of the Beast Battalion faction.
Okay.
Like I said, all these tournaments, I'm not doing this for me. Because what I did for me, that was already done. I'm doing it for every one of y'all. I'm giving.
Are you
back.
doing it for the Rock? Are you doing it for the Rock? Do you do it for the people?
I'm doing it for the people. I'm doing it for my people. For the people that believe in us and believe in me.
What do you mean, you people?
I got you. What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Are you showing my gender? What the heck?
Don't give me that.
I'm just a dude playing a dude that's playing another dude.
That's right. The skies of another dude. That's how it works.
Look, all I'm saying is that it's my turn to give back to the people. I want to, for them to have so much faith in me and us when we go to tournaments. I'm happy with that.
Well, I'll go like this. I'd rather people have faith in you and have good connection with you than people to be absolute shitheels to you. It doesn't make it. The energy is completely different. So I'm all for it. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm all for it. But I mean, we need to move on. There's no reason to talk about the PL table. There's no point because the games are still going live. There's no point.
No, we're talking about it.
There's no point.
We're talking about it.
The table's not set yet. It's not
set.
set.
But what? Who lost the game against Manchester City?
Okay. You all want to talk about that real quick? I'll make this real quick. Chelsea lost to Manchester City on Saturday 1-0. And this is what I was trying to tell Ben throughout the week, because Ben had said to me, he said, "Oh, you barely won your cup game during the week, and you won on pens." And I was like, I'm not worried about the cup game, even though All hard work
What the
counts.
fuck?
I'm not worried about the cup game. I'm more concerned about Manchester City. And what happened on Saturday? Manchester City beat us. You know what I mean? That's what I was worried. That's what I was concerned about.
Oh boy.
So it goes to show you.
But
Go
tell
ahead.
me you don't care about a fucking cup. That's fucking
No,
stupid.
it's not that I don't care about the cup. I just knew that Man City was a big threat. That's what it was.
Well, yeah, Man City is a threat, but he also lost to us at under 23.
Man City has won the EPL how many times? In a row?
A billion times.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, I gotta.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I got a knowledge bomb for y'all about this whole soccer thing.
Okay, soccer.
You know, soccer wasn't. Yeah, exactly. Soccer. Now I'm gonna say this right now. Soccer was invented by European ladies to keep them busy while their husbands did the cooking.
Wow.
Wow.
Makes you think.
I think we might have to start another war in America, I think. Yeah.
Well, I feel like this. It's still fun to watch.
It's a losing one.
Look, I feel like this. If anyone needs to be sold, we'll talk about it in a minute. Let's move on to it right now, actually. We'll move on to it right now. For those I've seen online for the previous week about the NFL, real quick. People are upset with the NFL. They're saying that it's dry, that it's not as fun. Look, I watched the Chargers versus Dallas game, and I saw the actual flags that were being thrown every time the Chargers made a positive move. They made sure that Dallas won that game, all right? They kept it close and then let the Cowboys win the field goal, even though the Cowboys should be 0-2 right now. I feel like this. The NFL, for what I've seen, especially after watching the Eagles play San Francisco, it has not been fun. It has not been fun to watch. It has been more stressful than it has been fun. Let me say right now that Monday Night Football, I will be watching Eagles versus Dallas tomorrow. I will watch it because it's a rivalry game.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a rivalry game.
Yeah,
so
we're going to kick the shit out of Dallas. But Dallas still has good offense, so I'm not going to put Dallas down. Just
Dallas has been shit for years.
They've been living off their Super Bowls from the '90s for I don't know how long. So
that's exactly what I was about to say. I was about to say
years.
Yeah,
literally 30
Dallas
years.
has not been relevant since the '90s.
Yeah, and y'all have to understand, people that's in the chat. Understand that the two guys that are saying this about Dallas are from Dallas. Okay.
Well, we're from Texas.
I'm sorry, y'all
we're
from
in
Texas.
Austin.
I'm sorry, y'all from Texas. So
we're in Austin.
Yeah. So it goes to show you that it's not just us Eagles fans that think that. Okay. But understand really quickly, if you don't like what the NFL is doing, especially this year, and listen, we're only 2 games in, and it's been a really ugly look. Might I suggest to watch the EPL, or might I suggest rugby? I mean,
rugby's a good option.
Yeah. Rugby's a good option. I mean,
it.
it's pretty much football without the pads. I mean, that's what it is.
Pretty much. And plus the differences between scrimmage, because you don't get that in American football.
Yeah, you don't get
rugby.
But the guys are sitting there, they're clashing all the time, they're hitting, they're tackling each other. I mean, they do everything. They just don't throw the ball forward. They throw it backwards. I mean, laterally. That's what they do. It's a lateral. But,
I heard that one of the biggest distinction was that, of course, that's one of the biggest distinctions between rugby and football, and also the fact that the hits are a lot harder. Well, maybe not as nowadays as it used to be before, because the hits used to be crazy. Like I'm talking helmets flying off and shit, and people almost like
they used to
jumping in the air and like throwing their whole body.
Yeah, but now they kind of toned that down. They had to because of concussion protocols. They had to.
Huge, a lot, because some of them players, I mean, they did not walk away from any of those hits.
Yeah, I mean, no.
Yeah.
I think there's been a few instances too where like a player like actually died on the field, right?
A lot of them been paralyzed.
Oh shit! I don't know about that. I know about paralyzed.
They got paralyzed. They got broken legs. They got all kinds of stuff back then. They didn't play around back then.
Or even knocked out, right? Yeah, there was a few that got knocked out, right?
There's been guys been knocked out. So I mean,
and it's funny as you say back then. That's as recent as 2010. If you want to say back then.
Yeah, I mean, even if you go back to the 90s, they were savage with it. The 80s, they were savage with it. I mean, yeah, 2010.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean. I still subscribe to the fact that after 2014, we all died and we're all in hell. I mean, everything changed in 2014. It's like, what happened? What happened?
Yeah. No, all the rules. They added a whole lot more rules.
Yeah, well, it's not just the NFL. I mean, in the world in general. I mean, it took a downturn, and like we haven't recovered since.
That was the rise of the cancel culture, everything
Yes, it
else
was.
that's going
It
on.
was.
Yep.
Yes, it was.
Of the what was it, the social outrage about everything.
Yeah,
That's when all this
everything.
bullshit
But
started.
they
The
still
whole
picked
media.
they still picked and choose the what was to be outraged about and everything, because when Devil May Cry came out, that was, if you played DMC, I'm sorry, but that had
that one was
so
trash,
much.
yeah.
Well,
It was no that it. Look, if you
that
go
was
by,
legitimate. It wasn't for the fact. Okay, they were outraging about. I'm going to cut you off right there because you know what? You're right. But they were raging about like Dante's design. They were raging the fact that Dante was a white male.
it
All
wasn't
right.
just that. It wasn't just that.
Yeah,
It was
no.
they let so much go. So many people were like, "Oh, we're going to give this a pass," even though it breaks all the rules that we're against. We're going to give it a pass, and that didn't sit well with me. If you go by today's standards, it's still the same thing, and they still try to this day, even though the game failed, they still try to give this game a pass. Oh, it was cool in its design. It was slick. It was innovative. No, it wasn't.
No.
No, it wasn't.
Game sucked.
Yeah, it was nothing innovative about it.
Self-insert.
It
Yeah.
was They Live. That's all it
Yeah,
was. It was They Live.
an unneeded reboot.
Just saying Devil May Cry 5 sold 4 mil. End of story. End of story. End of story. But
Hey, I helped I helped that 4 mil. I got a copy myself. So.
I have a copy of myself too. I haven't streamed it. But I mean, we can move on real quick. Let's talk about the dark side of the ring. I said we get to wrestling
This
soon.
is what Pooh's been waiting
So,
about. He said he's gonna cancel people.
Let's start first with the plane ride from hell. Okay.
Yes.
Now, did
Jesus
everyone here see it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw it.
Okay.
I did not get a chance to see it. I was looking for it on Hulu. I couldn't find it.
Really? Okay.
It's on. You can find it on YouTube.
It was all the way on episode. What was it? Season 3.
Yeah, that's what
You gotta wait a while. You gotta wait a while.
Okay.
That's half of season
All right, well,
3. But
Pooh
I
Rides
sent you a
from
link
Hell.
last night
okay.
to watch it.
Okay.
Well, forget about it.
Well, the plane ride from hell had to be something that was by far, and we're talking again, things that happened back then that today would be canceled. But when you think about the things that happened, none of it should have happened in general. It doesn't matter what era. It shouldn't have happened. I mean, you got guys who were drunk on the plane and they're sleeping, and then all of a sudden get punched in the face. I mean, we saw that with Michael Hayes punched Bradshaw in the face for no reason, just because he was drunk
and then he
sleeping.
got knocked.
Yeah, and then Bradshaw got up and slapped him, and he knocked him out. A slap knocked him out, not a punch, a slap. So it tells me that Michael Hayes has a glass chin. He's got a glass jaw.
Yeah, he's almost got a weak chin.
He's got a very weak chin. So yeah,
weak chin music.
You got right. You got Ric Flair walking around, big dick swinging energy, and walking over literally making it rotate. Hey girls, how you like this? Like what? You gotta be kidding me. And he's telling the flight attendants, touch it. Go ahead, touch it. Go ahead, I want you to touch it. And wouldn't let them go until they touched it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I think the dark side of the ring is after Ric Flair. So if you see him get canceled
I don't think they're after Ric Flair. It's just 2 episodes back to back where Ric Flair looks really bad.
Like ever since that happened, though, a lot of wrestling news has been fucking spitting out like wildfire.
Yeah, I mean, cancel culture went after Ric Flair's ass. And Ric Flair had said during that time, look, there's a good explanation. If you look at his tweets, he said there's a good explanation to all this, and I'm ready to combat it. And then when he had his explanation, all he said was, it never happened. What? Yeah. That's all you got to say? It never happened? That's what you got to say. Like, yeah.
Didn't you share a clip, a soundbite when he was on a radio show and he said, I know some things did happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, and that was it. So it was like Ric Flair, I to be honest, I side with the flight attendant more than I do with Ric Flair. I mean, we found out that Kurt Hennig had drugged Scott Hall. He had put drugs in his drink. He roofied him, and he wouldn't wake up.
Roofied Scott Hall.
They roofied Scott Hall, which led to him getting his job lost. He got him terminated. But I mean, they had to Weekend at Bernie's his ass. He wouldn't wake up, so they put him in a wheelchair and put sunglasses on him and walked him through the airport. They had to literally Weekend at Bernie's. Just Incredible said, "Oh, he had a condition, so he couldn't speak to to the people at the airport." That's how they got by. So it tells me that these things, Brock Lesnar fighting Kurt Hennig, or should I say play wrestling, it's like you got to be kidding me. Like these are not the things you do on an airplane. People have been duct taped for less and handcuffed for less. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, it just comes from, like, extremely stupid back in the 90s and the 80s where drugs and drinking was fucking completely fine.
Well, yeah, you gotta think that what Taker said back then to get on people these days about playing video games. Oh, wrestlers play video games are soft. Back in my day, we did cocaine. Like, what? What?
Why would you admit that?
Yeah, the guys had guns back then and they did cocaine. It's like, so? Like, what does that have to, like, isn't that a good thing that they're just sitting around playing video games these days? I mean, less stressful, less harmful environment. Like, I don't
not getting high off drugs.
Exactly. Like the sad part about that whole plane life, Vince McMahon was on that plane.
Yeah, and look, I put it like this: Vince McMahon is behind a lot of these things, and just never decided to face reality. He was like, "Yo, JR, go handle that. I'm the boss. Go handle that."
He's just hanging back in the cut.
Yeah, but I'm thinking to myself, nah, Vince, you the boss of all this. Anything that could be liable to a lawsuit, you may want to check out yourself. You know what I mean?
We do know that there was a certain scandal, which we ain't talking about, but I'm hoping this gets talked about in the future thing, because it was a serious allegation. But back in the 90s, there was the Ring Boy scandal?
The Ring Boy scandal.
Which was, that shit needs to be brought out, and I'd like to see more things, but like there's also been the drugs in wrestling. We've seen people drinking inappropriately. We've seen all this shit. It's not surprising that, like, the next one we're going to talk about, Chris Canyon, that shit is normal in wrestling. Like, people wear homophobic and all that.
To see how Chris Canyon struggled with his sexual preference tells me a lot about what society thought about gay people back then. And on top of it, how he felt he was being treated. And for John Cena to come out and say, well, Chris Canyon, he wasn't good. I have to disagree.
Fuck John Cena.
Look, if it wasn't for Chris Canyon, you wouldn't have an RKO out of nowhere. Chris Canyon literally made that when he was mocking DDP in WCW, when he did the Canyon Cutter out of nowhere. He was doing it backstage. He was doing it everywhere. He was the original person who did that. Not Randy Orton, not DDP, Chris Canyon. He did that. He gave you that gem. So for anyone to say, especially John Cena, like they said, when Brian Cage has said, he was like, even if there was a hint of truth that people didn't like gay people back then backstage, John Cena, for as big as he was at the time, to just squash it the way he was because he was towing the company in line, it says a lot.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to support John Cena or Ric Flair.
Plus you can't
you can't. Well, China's definitely still seen it. Definitely bowed in, but it's just ridiculous that you could have done this in a better way. Like, look, we're not homophobic company. We just don't think he was worth the time or whatever. Could have said that.
You gotta think, gay heels at the time. Gay people were looked at as heels at the time. Remember, Lenny and Lodi were the original gay, should I say, tag team before Billy and Chuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we got Goldust back in the day.
Yeah, Goldust back then before he got Terry Reynolds. Exactly. But remember,
was he gay?
Well,
was he supposed to be portrayed as gay? I thought he was just weird.
Well, he was feeling guys' nipples and everything. So yeah, I think that would be considered.
Goldust was more flamboyant.
He was very flamboyant. He was very ambiguously gay, or he said flamboyant. But I mean, you have to understand that Lenny and Lodi started that craze in WCW, and they were booed. I mean, they were seriously booed out the building, and they stuck with it. God bless them, they stuck with it. But Canyon didn't.
Is that fucking true, Blackburn? What the fuck, is a stupid cunt?
Oh yeah, that is true, because one of the wrestling outlets I listened to talked about Rene Dupree and Undertaker.
Yeah, like, and also the whole burying people. That has also been a thing. Like, Undertaker and others were told to, in quote, take them out. Beat the shit out of them to make them look like shit and then throw them out.
The chat is saying, not so fun fact, that Undertaker ordered guys to shit, and literally shit. Yeah. And we've seen this. We've seen guys defecate in people's bags. But the shit in France's flag, the shit on France's flag, because Rene Dupree, for those who remember Rene Dupree, wouldn't join them for drinking when he wasn't invited in the first place. So remember,
shit, yeah.
So it goes to show you that Undertaker.
No Pun intended, but oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think. Everyone still looks at those chair shots that Undertaker gave Chris Kanyon when he came out to Boy George's "Do You Really Want to Hurt Me?" And people say, well, that's gay bashing. That's what they were saying. So this week, people went after Ric Flair, people went after John Cena, and people went after The Undertaker. And
well, now it's that Tommy Dreamer's guy.
Well, Tommy Dreamer, he's been done after the whole plane ride from hell because he was victim
He got
shamed.
suspended.
He indefinitely though. He was suspended indefinitely. He was victim shamed. He even got kicked off his own.
He was fired.
Yeah, he got kicked off the podcast too. What was it, Bloody Knuckles or Busted Knuckles or something like that?
Yeah.
He got kicked off the podcast. So
The biggest
thing
about Tommy Dreamer is when he first started
on a new job.
God damn it. But there's one big claim to fame about Johnny Dreamer is that he went into a men's toilet.
The men's toilet. He was eating urinal cakes at one point, wasn't he?
Piss.
Yeah, he was drinking piss and eating urinal cakes. So you shouldn't take so much knowledge from Tommy Dreamer anyway. I mean, when he's doing shit like that. Yeah. But the chat is saying that Undertaker has done vicious chair shots against Ken Kennedy and Randy Orton. Now, so it's not that he was just singling out Chris Kanyon. Now, I want to make this very well known that, yes, Undertaker did that. So maybe this is a thing where chair shots were too vicious back then, and they weren't worried about concussion protocol at the time. I don't think any place was worried about it.
Prime example.
Well, you could tell when they were really hitting somebody with the chairs, like when you see the seat of the chair actually bend inward.
Yeah.
No, prime example of that. Of aggressive chair shot. The Rock versus Mankind.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
The I Quit match. Yeah. That was the prime example. Right there.
There wasn't concussion protocol at the time, which also leads us to the other types of wrestling that we've seen. Anybody who saw Chris Benoit, when we know he had concussion issues, we saw we saw when he took he modeled himself after what's his name? Not Pegasus Kid. What's his name? Dynamite Kid. He had concussion protocol problems. We saw when he clotheslined somebody, he dislocated a guy's jaw just by clotheslining him. Dynamite Kid. Yeah, because he clotheslined him wrong, but he didn't care. You know what I mean?
Well, also don't forget when HBK was walking around the ring, and he suddenly just collapsed over. That was a concussion.
I'm not surprised. I mean, Ultimate Warrior broke Bobby Heenan's neck. You know what I mean? Like, these guys weren't the safest to work with at the time. And, of course, these days you got to make it look a little bit different, you know what I mean? Because it is entertainment. These are your coworkers. So you have to make sure that, they're taken care of. I mean, these people still have families. I mean, look, a lot of people saying, how he beat up Maven. I remember when Maven, when he eliminated Undertaker in the Royal Rumble. And Undertaker kicked the ever-loving shit out of Maven. I remember that. So, it's
hang on, Maven's the winner of the Royal Rumble then, because Triple H, he didn't get eliminated, didn't he?
Well, Maven just got beat the hell out of. That's what it was. It was a continuing storyline. That's all it was.
But Maven won the Royal Rumble though. He didn't get eliminated. Technically, if we're going by gimmicks, he won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I mean,
see what I mean?
Yeah, like when the thing is, like with AEW, at least they know how to do the chair shots right, because WWE don't do chair shots anymore.
The problem I have with AEW, and I've said it before, is their UK scene and giving it proper respect, and also at the same time, can you limit the blood shit? Because there are problems with leaving to that, because I kept trying to see that, to get that checked more often, because what happened to Nigel McGuinness?
Nigel McGuinness
with that shit.
I remember when he was in TNA. I remember he was a good wrestler. He was. But it goes to show
he got stopped because of blood.
Well, yeah, but how many of these guys really had concussion syndrome during their time and just ignored it, and now they're old? I mean, we can move this on to our next topic, which is for those who don't know. I was going to say. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, with WWE, they name me any gay wrestler in the company, unless we talk about lesbian, because there was only what's her name. Was fucking still going to come because there's no gay men in wrestling in WWE at the moment.
Well, that's the thing. They used them. They did use them at one point to say, "This is our first gay." Orlando Jones. This is our first.
Yeah, Orlando Jordan.
Yeah, and then you also had another guy, the other guy who looked like John Cena. Wasn't Darren Young, right? He was also gay. The chat is saying, when it comes to the plane ride from hell, Dustin Rhodes gets a pass. I don't think he got a pass because he was fired. He was fired because he had substance abuse problems. So I don't think that he got a pass. He got fired. I think that most of the people that were involved outside of, I'm going to say, Brock Lesnar, pretty much got scolded in some way, shape, or form. Michael Hayes, they cut his hair off. I mean, they cut his ponytail off.
Jesus Christ.
You know, they cut his ponytail off while he was knocked out. So yeah.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to show you that when these guys go too extreme, there are some consequences. But I think because we're in the now and we're looking back, that we scold them a lot more now. But I mean, let's be honest here. None of this type of this behavior is acceptable. None of it.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And I understand.
Like I would have said, the shower stuff, like us messing around with Ben backstage, like maybe doing the helicopter might have been okay. Even then, it's still fucking inappropriate and still shouldn't be done. Do that shit with people you know. Like in your relationship.
I mean, we know the only person that really got off free was Brock Lesnar. I mean, for those we know, Terry Reynolds has said that Brock Lesnar exposed himself to her, which is something you shouldn't be doing. You should not be doing. All right.
Yeah.
But they said, they told her, don't say nothing, don't sell it, don't sell it. And it's like, yeah, don't sell it. And it's like, yo, like she still should have, something about it, should be able to report it. And JR had said that Terry Reynolds never reported it. There was nothing to his knowledge that was reported. And it goes to show you that something tells me if Terry Reynolds would have said something, Terry Reynolds versus the next big thing, Brock Lesnar, that would not go in her favor at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it would not go in her favor.
If he was like first starting, he would have, because then there would have been something to say. Like if Austin said, "Look, you're fucking doing this shit. Get the fuck out," because Austin was the most over person in the company at the time.
Yeah, I mean the fight that he had with the playing that he had with Kurt Hennig, breaking chairs and tables and stuff that that's on the plane, and then they hit the emergency thing by accident. I don't know, dude. Like for me, that's just a big no. Just a one big no for me. You know what I mean? A hell no for me. And there should have been more disciplinary action as far as I'm concerned. But and putting those people's lives in jeopardy like that. But that's how the old school was, and I'm not saying it's right at all. I'm not saying at all. Like I said, this behavior is not acceptable at all. But when you're telling guys who are roided up, who are coked up, who are drunk, who have been roofied, I mean, what do you tell them?
Yeah.
What do you tell them?
Yeah.
That's why I said, that's why you don't send JR to do Vince McMahon's job. You know what I mean? You just don't. That's Vince McMahon.
I think Vince just didn't want to deal with it.
He didn't want to deal with it. He just wanted to act like everything was fine.
He thought he was going to get hurt or some shit like that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's not as big as these guys they're large. They're huge. They're like 6'4", 250, 60 pounds. These guys are big. You know what I mean? Not everyone is built that way. Even if they're not the most technical, all it takes is one slip up and there's a problem. But like I said, I want to move on to the next topic, which is still wrestling. For those who don't know, we talked about people having concussions and getting older. For those who don't know, this month, Jerry the King Lawler and Scott Steiner wrestled. That's right. They wrestled each other.
Yeah.
Well, one piece of shit and actual good wrestler.
Well, look, Jerry the King Lawler had a heart attack on Raw. X amount of years ago. You said twice? Live on TV.
Yeah, he had to go somewhere some other time, I think, and he had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, live on TV. And Scott
and
Steiner,
he's still fucking wrestling.
Well, people say he needs the money. That's what they're saying. He needs the money. But it's like these two wrestled on September 21st. That's right. A couple days ago. Not too long ago.
I don't get how he needs to wrestle. I thought he was getting paid really well as a commentator.
Now, see,
he's currently not commentating for WWE anymore. He's sometimes doing pay-per-view kickoff shows, but he's not necessarily in the company anymore. He's not doing any commentary anymore.
Wait a minute. The chat is saying that Jerry Lawler a couple months ago had a casket match.
And the chat is saying Jerry Lawler, he's a pedophile.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh man,
it's because Jerry Lawler likes younger women. He likes to date younger women. Now I don't know.
we had a whole podcast last episode.
Yeah, we did. Like it's he likes younger women. I don't know if he's on the level of Jake the Snake's dad, younger women, because Jake the Snake's dad was getting 9-year-old girls and 14-year-old girls. I don't know if Jerry Lawler was going that level. All right, I don't know if he was at that level. But Jake the Snake.
Oh yeah, no, it did happen.
What was
it
over over 18 play ball, something like that?
Yeah, I guess that's what he was doing. Over 18 or over.
Yeah,
you know.
He had a casket match 1 month ago.
He had a casket match. Like, talk about putting one foot in the grave. I mean,
damn, yeah.
Yeah.
But hearing about Scott Steiner and Jerry Lawler fight, he's fighting the greatest mathematician.
Oh God.
Yeah, this comes. I'm on this website of Wrestling Inc. And it says Jerry Lawler faces former WWE star in a casket match. Yep.
That is absolutely insane. Yeah. He is look. I understand that you can't tell guys when to retire. I understand that. But at some point, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, "God damn, I'm getting too old for this shit." At some point, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And that brings us to our go ahead. You got something to say? Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
There's also so much things you can do outside of wrestling or do stuff in the ring, but not in that way.
You can do a managerial role. You can be behind the scenes. There's a number of things you can do. I agree. But I guess there's nothing like that high of I don't want to say competing because it's scripted, but performing. You know what I mean? So I guess
it's more of a fan thing.
Yeah,
it's like you got the fun with that.
Yeah, I think it's about performing for the older guys. You know, you don't know when their next time is going to be, so they want to make sure that they take full advantage of it, even if they have all these ailments and issues. And that brings us to our next topic. For those who don't know, Manny Pacquiao has. They say that he's retired from boxing, but he's not retired from boxing. But he he decides to run for presidency in the Philippines. So if he's going to be the president, you can't box and be the president. You know,
that's a big.
You only hear that. Yeah, you only kind of hear that sort of stuff in video games.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Now, mind you, Manny Pacquiao is 42 years old, so it's not and fighting at a high level. So it's not like he's in his 60s. Or his 70s. So, I mean, if he really wanted to compete at a high level, he still could. He could still get fights. But he decided that his people needs him, so he must go. His planet needs him. So he's going.
My planet needs me. Have you seen the current Philippine president? What's his name? The Duarte guy or whatever?
No.
Dude's literally executing criminals.
Oh my God.
He's like, he's literally going Judge Dredd on people. Like I swear, like there was. He really does. If you're caught like dealing like drugs, weed, cocaine, whatever the hell it is, they straight up will. No, you straight up just get shot in the streets. Yeah, you just get shot by the cops. Yeah, they just straight up shoot you on sight.
Yeah, they'll shoot you right on sight, man.
That's a new term for on sight. It's on sight. Now I'm just gonna shoot you. God damn.
I am the law.
That's how like adamant he is about fucking. The war on drugs in the Philippines. He's like, no, it's
look, the war.
Hey, hold on. We call that around here we call that street justice.
Well, it's vigilante justice. It is, but I mean,
street justice.
This is different. This is government justice.
State sponsored justice. Jesus,
you can't be just shooting people in the street of each shit.
Yeah, no, you should hear about that.
Well, it's because apparently drug use over there is rampant.
Yeah, it's rampant. So
it's real bad.
People, I mean, Jesus Christ.
The biggest problem like today now, it's not really all to do with the hardcore drugs, it's to do with the opioid epidemic.
Well, that's going to be a big thing. I mean, yeah, but I mean, in more news, I should say old news, 54-year-old Riddick Bowe withdraws from his boxing match after he watched Evander Holyfield, who was 57, get destroyed by Vitor Belfort. So, for those who did not see, I had retweeted it on Twitter when Riddick Bowe was shadowboxing. If you want to call that shadowboxing, his trainer was like, "Oh, that's good. That's good." I'm thinking to myself, "No, that's not good at all. That's not good at all. He's in trouble." You know what I mean? Like this is going to be a problem. Well, Bowe finally came to his senses and decided that he would withdraw from his celebrity boxing match, which I keep telling people, the celebrity boxing, if you notice the celebrity boxing matches that are happening, if you look at the sponsors,
fixed.
they're not only fixed, but they're the same sponsors that have been around for, I'm going to say about 2 to 3 years, that have been putting the hurt on boxing. It's the same sponsors over and over again. It's the same people. It's the same group of people. It's not like you're getting 1,000 sponsors or 100 sponsors. You're getting maybe 5 to 10 of the same sponsors that keep putting on these fights. And it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't care if they're wearing 20-ounce gloves or not. It's absolutely ridiculous that these fights are happening, and it's hurting boxing as a whole. I don't want to hear it's bringing popularity to boxing. It's not. They just had another celebrity boxing match this weekend, and every time I saw on Twitter, I was like, not interested in tweet. Not interested in tweet every time because it was a joke. It wasn't even boxing. They were slapping each other with the gloves. They weren't even punching. They were slapping. They don't know how to fight.
Oh God!
It was ridiculous. It was like this is like it's
an insult to the sport.
It is. It's an insult to the sport. But it's embarrassing to watch it too. It's like you gotta be kidding me here.
Yeah. Well, it's literal cringe when you look at it.
Yeah, it's very cringe. I just didn't understand. I just didn't understand. I'm like, what did y'all think was going to happen in this? Like, people actually.
Is it more cringe than Logan Paul and Mayweather fight?
Well, that was that was orchestrated fighting.
Yeah, but it
was choreographed, if you will. There you go.
It was orchestrated. Mayweather was literally holding up Paul after he hit him with a big shot. That was orchestrated fighting. They tell you in celebrity boxing, because I knew people who did celebrity boxing, and they will tell you, depending on your tickets, depending on who comes out to see you, that's who determines who wins the fight. Ticket sales. So it's like wrestling, except they're not going to tell you who's going. They'll tell you got to lay down or you got to lose at this certain round. They'll let you know that after talking to people.
It's not illegal though to do that shit?
No, because no one's gambling on it. It's not illegal. No one's gambling on it. Unless they are gambling on it, that's a whole different story. But people gambling on wrestling, they gamble on wrestling too. So
maybe in Vegas they're gambling.
Yeah, but they
and I'd also be against them doing that in wrestling because again it's predetermined. You can't do that.
Well, yeah, like I said, Vegas here has everything on lock. They have gambling odds on just your fantasy football. So it doesn't even matter if it's wrestling or not. Even people who aren't even playing, is there odds that he'll play this week or not? What's the gamble on it? What's the over/under that someone will play this week?
Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if they're holding odds on who's going to be president.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure when there is an avenue for something to have odds, I'm sure there are people who have overs and unders for gambling.
So hold on. So this is a prime example of what you just said about the betting on president. Yo, I bet on this motherfucker right now to be president, son. That's gonna be my nigga for the year.
Hey,
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have people say, "Well, maybe there's a scandal will come out. What's the over/under on it? Let's gamble."
Damn.
That's how it works.
Damn.
I guess down in Vegas, if you can put a bet on it, then I would be surprised.
That's how it works.
You may as well just bet on if your parents who's your fucking gender for your baby. Yeah, who's a boy or girl?
Well, I don't think you know, but now they have a thing where they can determine what kind of gender you want down to the eye color.
Oh, yeah, designer. You can literally do designer babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they found a way where you can mess with the genetic code.
Hey, you know what? Unpopular opinion. My opinion. Uh-oh. But you know what? It's the right opinion. There are two genders.
Here we go.
Exactly.
He's trying to rock the boat early. I'm just saying.
There you go.
I'm staying away from that one.
Unpopular, but right opinion.
But since we're on the topic of money, we should move on to our next topic. Since we're on the topic of money, what classic muscle car would you own if you had the chance? Who wants to go first?
Ooh.
Wait, say that again. Whoever has a classic car.
What classic muscle car would you own if you had the chance?
If you had the chance to get one, like foreign or domestic.
If you had the money. It doesn't matter what classic car it is.
Like I said, Mr. Wing Zero, he'd probably have the Munsters car.
No,
I'm not mad.
Yeah, you would.
No, I'm
all right.
Oh, the I1.
It goes with his car.
All right, Wing Zero. What kind of muscle car would you get?
The kind of car I want is the Final Fantasy 15 car, though. Galia. That's the fucking car.
That's not a real car. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
It's the Mercedes fucking Benz, my nigga.
No, it's not. It doesn't even. Okay, can you actually go out and buy one right now? Can you go to the Mercedes dealership and buy one? No. All right, get out of here. Mercedes cars are not muscle cars. They're
muscle cars.
European luxury. They're not considered
But
muscle
you can
cars.
legit buy the Lagalia right now. It costs a lot of fucking money.
But the topic is muscle car.
Where can you buy it?
Classic muscle car.
But that's the type of muscle car I want, though.
It's not a muscle car.
No, god damn it, it's not a muscle car. God damn, dude. Jesus Christ.
You have Uno.
You know what? Here, I got a better idea. Let's let the chat figure it out.
Okay.
Is the Regalia considered a classic muscle car or not?
It's not even a real car.
If it's a real, I'm just gonna piss on it. There you go.
Oh, okay.
It's not even a real fucking car, dude. That's like saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go buy the Batmobile." Like, fuck you.
Well, wait, the Batmobile's a real car. They made it.
Yeah, the Batmobile is a real car.
I can't go buy one. All right, let's put it this way.
You can buy a Batmobile.
Okay, can you go to Ford's website and then order one?
No, you have to special order that one, bro. No.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is it a regular? You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about like, and again,
it's not a regular retail car. It's not a regular retail car.
Yeah, you gotta be realistic.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a production car.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be realistic.
And I don't know if you consider a muscle car out in Wales. Probably an Austin or a Mini Cooper, maybe. I don't know. Probably, is that a muscle car over there in Europe?
I don't know because they're not cars.
A Ford Cortina. Is that what you want? A Ford Cortina?
Well, let me take a look. Let me see what it looks like.
My classic muscle car would have to be a Shelby Cobra. I'm going to say a 1966 427. I'm going to say
good pick.
God damn, that's just an engine on wheels.
Yeah, that's a damn good pick.
Than without the top, but that's just me. But yeah, that's
okay.
Now, honestly though, since we're talking about cars, I prefer a Rolls Royce. If I said that shit.
A Rolls Royce is not a muscle car. You have a
luxury. That's a luxury, dude.
That's a luxury car.
Okay, let me give you some examples. Of muscle cars. All right, just so you can have the basis to go off of. Yeah. All right, you got Camaros, you got your Mustang, you have like a Pontiac, like a GTO, you have
Thunderbird,
Dodge. What was it? You got the Challenger, the Charger. Yeah. You have the Duster. You have
Plymouth Cuda.
Yep.
The Hemi Cudas. You got the Super B.
Yep, Super B.
So yeah, I mean, there's a difference between what you're saying and what a muscle car is, and
Challenger Scat Pack.
Yeah, I mean, you like luxury cars. I get that. You like luxury cars, but I mean, a muscle car is something that really roars at you. You know what I mean? It really,
and four wheelers.
You can hear that.
The Pontiac Firebirds.
Yeah, Firebird is a muscle car.
Firebird.
Mm-hmm.
Firebird. Mm-hmm.
Firebird.
Trans Am
with the T-tops on it. Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep. Trans Am.
I know.
Trans Am. Yeah, it's like Gundam in a car. There you go. Trans Am.
Then I'll go with that car then.
All right. Well,
there you go.
He's going to go with the Trans Am.
No, that's a good car. That's the Bandit's car.
That's a good car.
Good car. As long as it's not ones from the 70s, like from the mid 70s, yeah, then you're good.
It's a good car.
But what about
and also, or the Z28, the great body, terrible engine.
No! You're talking about the IROC, the
IROC Z, yeah, the IROC Z.
Oh god, those
that was very.
Wait a minute.
Those look good.
What about those cars?
The body style is great.
Oh, what do you say? What about the cars? What do you say?
An initial D.
No, those aren't muscle cars. Those are GDMs.
They're sports. They're sports cars.
Sports cars.
Yeah,
muscle cars are gonna be American. They're usually gonna be front engine, and they're gonna have a lot of horsepower, and they're gonna be mainly high horsepower, low weight, and they're American.
Yeah, I mean they have them over in the UK too. Don't get me wrong, they have cars over in the UK.
They have some.
Yeah.
Or the exception to this rule also is gonna be Aussie built ones from Australia, your Holdens.
Okay.
Your box. Your Holdens, your Vauxhalls, your Fords from the UK. Not from the UK. Fords from Australia.
But you said Aussie though, so that explains Ozzy Osbourne making cars.
Aussie. Australian.
Oi,
Aussie,
not Aussie.
Oi. Yeah, oi.
From down under.
From down under, yeah. And they're all upside down. I don't know. Okay, well let me just move this along, and I'll say my pick for one is going to be a Pontiac GTO, the Judge.
Damn.
The
The
Judge.
GTO
Judge.
That's a good one.
The Judge. One of my first the reason why I liked it. If you remember the movie Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
It was in that movie. It was that orange. It was that orange one. One of the kids. I think it was Brad Pitt. And it wasn't Brad Pitt's character, was it?
Matthew McConaughey. No.
No, it wasn't McConaughey. No, it was McConaughey.
It was? Okay.
It was McConaughey's character. He was the one that drove. No, it was either Brad Pitt. No, not Brad Pitt. No,
either way,
it wasn't Brad Pitt's character. But either way, it was in that movie.
Fuckers.
And it was in that movie, and I saw it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a cool looking car. And for the longest time, I thought it was cool. And it was mainly when I was a kid, and it was just bright orange, and like it had big meaty ass tires. It was Matthew McConaughey's. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's Matthew McConaughey's.
And that was the reason why I liked the car. And then also, if you look up clips of it, and it's just it's a mean ass sounding engine too. So it was a badass car. And it's not no fucking Harry Potter's flying fucking whatever wing zero's coming up here. I want Harry Potter's car. God damn it! It's a muscle car.
Harry Potter, you mean Final Fantasy 15, motherfucker? Get that shit right.
It's the same shit. Whatever. It's made up.
Does anyone else have a pick before we move on to movies?
Ben hasn't mentioned his at all.
All right, go ahead.
Right, because I've seen this from the Transformers movie, and the 1967 Chevrolet Camaro 350.
He likes this.
Oh God, yes, yeah.
That's a good pick.
Yeah,
that's a really good.
That's a good one. Yeah, I was really expecting you to pick something like I said, like a Ford Cortina.
Oh no,
or a
Lotus.
Fucking the chat right now. Harry Potter has a car.
Harry Potter, yeah. I'm gonna pick Harry Potter's car or some shit.
Harry Potter.
I mean, Harry Potter's car is a broom.
25%.
Harry Potter, no, it's that little flying blue shit or whatever the fuck it is.
Hold on.
Yeah, that was in
this is the monkey paw
movie.
theory, because the chat is saying drive a car that's 25% airship. They said, but it's made by Tesla. That's the monkey paw right there. That's
Jesus.
I know.
Car, but the monkey paw, his fingers gotta close in because it's made by Tesla.
Hey, but don't rely on the auto drive.
Yep, don't do that.
No, fuck that. I honestly am not with it with the Teslas for many reasons, but I won't go into because we'll be here all day if I said every reason why I don't like a Tesla.
Yeah. Anyone else got a pick?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. I've got a real doozy of a classic.
Okay.
Is it a Duesenberg?
Yes.
Oh.
No,
Duesenberg is a classic. A Duesenberg is one, and it is a doozy.
It is a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air, baby blue with white hard top.
That's close to my.
That sounds nice.
Mine's just royal blue. Yours is baby blue. Okay.
Yes, baby blue, 1957 Chevy Bel Air, man.
That's a good pick.
That's classic.
I was about to say that would be something I would expect Mr. Wing Zero to pick.
He's gonna keep picking.
And the greatest part about it was that you can get it.
I like my fancy cars. Thank you.
You can get it. Also, like, it came in a station wagon format as well.
The family truckster. Oh, I would love to see that.
But yeah, like if you ever get a chance, look up a 1957 Bel Air, man. But what's great about that car is that when they muscle it out, like they don't stray too far away from it.
Here's a blacked out one. I just put it in there.
Like, I mean, they don't in the design. One. Yeah, see, look, that right there, they don't really stray too far away from it.
Oh, that looks nice.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, if anything, it's a classy looking car. Like, yeah.
All right. Well, there seems to be some good picks. I mean, what we do. Let's move on to our next topic, which is movies and comics. And let me start off with Chicago Party On is now streaming on Netflix. For those who don't know, it's an adult animated feature. And before we get started here, there's a little shenanigans, as we should say, with this show. For those who don't know, on Twitter, when it was announced, Lavender Ghost had countered with Netflix saying the reminder that the popular Twitter account is owned by one of the Netflix writers and barely had any followers. Netflix created the account to promote their new show and then pretended the show was based on it so they can sell you some average Joe Twitter user become a success story. So it goes to show you that
What?
yeah. So Netflix was behind this the entire time and acted like it was just some lowly writer that just was a rise to fame or a rise to power. When it's not. The company mass produced this on their own and had no followers until the show was announced.
They manufactured his success.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Ain't that something?
Well.
Ain't that something?
Well, that's Hollywood for you, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Shit. That's some bullshit.
That's right. And that was that tweet was out by Lavender Ghastly, I believe. Yes, Lavender Ghast. Yeah, I want to give credit, to Lavender Ghast for that one. Also,
should we just say Netflix is the new EA then? At this point,
no,
it's Netflix.
I wouldn't say that yet. I wouldn't say that yet. I wouldn't. I mean,
I wish
they've made some blunders.
They're definitely working their way there.
They're working. Yeah, they're working there, but I wouldn't say just yet.
They're definitely working their way downtown.
What the fuck?
Mr. Bad Dragon. So yeah, well, I mean, I feel like this. Netflix is they've made a number of stumbles throughout the stuff that they put money towards, but they also have some success. Recently, I was watching Midnight Mass, which is really good. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm just saying, for everything they do, like this Chicago Aunt Party, there's a Midnight Mass that counters it. So they kind of still are on the level of 50-50 when it comes to shows, but their shows can be hit or miss. And I'm just letting y'all know that Chicago Aunt Party, I do not support it at all. It's just one of those things where I just want to let y'all know, watch, what to look out for. This is the okie doke. This is what Netflix is trying to do. Okay.
Yeah, the okie doke.
Yep.
Do we turn around?
The chat is saying Netflix anime has been hit and miss. And I agree. It has been hit and miss. Their anime has been hit and miss, and their live action anime is under right now as opposed to over, as far as I'm concerned. So let's get to our next topic here. Marvel Studios may drop the men out of X-Men. Okay? That's the topic. Now, we have to look at this from I want to look at this from a different perspective. Strong women being able to handle or not being able to handle the term men, or are we just talking about a bunch of sensitive bitches right now? Is that what we're talking about?
The bitches, because we're talking about fucking Stone, dude, who owns the fucking X-Men.
Well, I mean, the comic book industry is already fucked as it is, so.
Yeah.
Look, man.
John Candy for one.
Thank you, John.
Oh yeah, John Candy. Yeah,
thanks. Our boy John. Thank you. We still gotta get up on some split second again. But what was it? Was it?
So as far as this goes, dropping the men from X-Men, I would think like, hold on. First of all, and women wanted to be, being, labeled as X-Men. At this point,
look at that.
In the 2021, and in the member and in the whole. Oh yeah, well, God, well, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, John Candy.
John Candy just going.
Yeah, there's a lot of gifts.
And his name is John Candy.
There's so much gifting. I gotta do the happy birthday. Hold on. So much gifting going on in the chat right now. I mean, that's all I can say. It's happy birthday to everybody. It's just gifting to be gifted. Yeah, that's why I like to see good vibes. Thank you. I like to see that. I'm sorry. I just you know what? Matter of fact, give you some applause for that one too. Yep.
There we go.
He made it rain on everybody. Yep, he did. He made it rain on everyone.
Thank you so much, John.
Oh shit!
Appreciate it, dude.
When it comes to X-Men, and I believe Ray Comet was saying this, we have seen in the past where the strongest of women are on the X-Men. The strongest of women. So
are on the X-Men. Now here's the thing: in 2021's climate of things and inclusiveness, isn't there already a lot of and let's not ignore all the women that want to be men nowadays. So what's the point? Why y'all mad now?
Well, here's the thing.
I'm just saying.
I think that Deadpool 2 did this very gracefully by saying, X person and, X-Men or X-woman. Instead, we'll just call ourselves X-Force. And then afterwards, everyone from X-Force damn near died. That's what they did.
God damn.
So for me, it was, I think they did it the right way. And I think if anything, all it's doing is proving Deadpool right. essentially Deadpool 2. It's proving them right. And in this case, I think that this is much about nothing. I think that the X-Men, I mean, I put it like this. If they don't want to call them the X-Men, something tells me they're just going to go the route of New Mutants again. You know what I mean? Or the Mutants. That's the route.
Wait, didn't they try that with that really, really woke comic version?
Look, I feel like this. They tried it with the comic version, but the movie that came out not too long ago with the New Mutants, it wasn't that bad. It could have been better, but it wasn't bad. So, and we discussed this before on the pod, but I mean, it goes to show you that this is the route that they're going to go. I mean, listen, we're talking executives here who don't know their ass from their elbow when it comes to content. You know what I mean? Or their IPs. They don't. So,
well, they're just following the trend of entertainment nowadays, and the trend is to just be woke and just.
Well, now they don't even need a trend now, because for those who didn't know, WB has come out with an AI bot that lets them know what movies should be greenlit. That's right.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. So
okay, all hail the Hypnotoad.
By this
yeah, no shit. Yeah, no shit.
I'm just letting you all know. By this logic, Iron Man would have never come out. By this logic.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Well, and that's why WB can't get a fucking any of those fucking DC movies off the ground. You're listening to a goddamn robot.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
Did they call it Brainiac? Did they call this AI Brainiac?
No,
please tell me they did.
Should. They might as well.
That's a missed opportunity if they did. That's a really big missed opportunity.
I mean, they really should.
Yeah.
You know, but we have more stuff for you about movies, and we're going to talk about the topic of spoilers in movies and in games. Do companies show too much in their trailers?
Sometimes.
I think
yes.
they do. I think they do.
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes.
For example, we just saw the trailer for Halloween Kills. And while I'm still going to enjoy Halloween Kills, the story and the body count that they show in the trailer, I'm like, well, what's the point? You're killing everyone. Like, they show a lot of death. They're like, oh, and they're like, well, certain people from the past come back. I'm like, yeah, but you already showed them getting killed in the trailer, so it doesn't matter. Yep. You know what I mean? But you still enjoy it for what it is. But I think sometimes trailers show too much, just way too much. Which
agreed.
It does, which also brings me to my next topic. For those who don't know, man has been dressed as Michael Myers and was arrested in Galveston ahead of a hurricane.
Oh, God.
I don't know why you're walking the beach as Michael Myers and getting arrested, but it's almost October. I'm just going to let it go. So here's what I say. Round of applause to Michael Myers.
He's trying to enjoy his final vacation.
You know, Michael Myers wanted to take a nice long walk on the beach, you know?
A nice long walk, you know?
Man can't even walk on the beach in peace.
Can't walk on the beach without being arrested.
You know, he's just on his way to his first murder.
No, you know what it reminds me of? When they show him walking, that Mad TV skit, Lowered Expectations. That's what it reminds me of. He was just walking.
Lowered Expectations.
If you watched it live, I'm telling you, if you watched it live when it was happening, when the tweets were going out, the guy was like, there's a guy out here walking around with Michael Myers. And then he was like, and then the next tweet was, oh shit, I know him. He's like, wait a minute, he's being arrested. like watching it live come down the timeline was such a treat. It really was. No pun intended for Halloween, but it was such a treat. Boy. Oh my God, I swear.
God, imagine if Jason Voorhees just turns up to your local town and he's like, well,
he just turns up to your local park.
In my mum.
Yeah, right? Your local park just shows up. Hey, you're getting arrested, buddy.
Hey.
Oh, God.
But speaking of
man. He just wanted to take a nice walk on the beach, man.
Just a nice walk in his mask. Yeah, right. But speaking
so
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Let's go ahead and slide this in there with before we jump on this next topic because it is relevant to it. So we all watched the Cowboy Bebop trailer.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to talk about.
Man,
that's what we're going to talk about. Cowboy Bebop. Let me say, after what we talked about last week, let me set this up right. Last time, Cowboy Bebop teases Ed and other surprises for season 1. Now, we had said last pod that we weren't sure if Ed would be in it. Now we're finding out that they're already teasing it. So now we have to question ourselves, are they spoiling too much? or are we just impatient? And sometimes
I think it's
we have to pick our battles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As fans.
I don't think they're spoiling too.
pieces.
I don't think they're spoiling too much with that we saw from the trailer, but I don't know. Like, I'm not feeling it. Like, there's a scene in the trailer that, I mean, you see Vicious, and
it looks like some Vicious. Okay, Vicious looked like they picked up some dude from some fucking local anime convention or some shit and just said, "All right, you got the job, dude." And it's
what? Wait. Now, when I saw this, I first thought that it was kind of cheesy because the way they made Spike run in the clips, it made him look like he's running.
Yeah.
You could tell he was running in place when they filmed that. You can tell. There's no way you can't tell me they didn't.
Yeah, it didn't look right. It looked very janky.
Yeah, it didn't look right. One half of me says I want to be upset about the intro trailer. The other half must be say, give them some credit. They're trying. Give them some credit. So
like, I'll give them the props for using this song Tank. I'll give it to them for that one.
Yeah. Well, they showed a number of things. They showed, Stray Dog Strut. People are going to be in Stray Dog Strut. They showed the first episode. They showed a number of people that we know are staple characters, or should I say in their hijinks for that episode. They showed them in the intro trailer. So we know
Wanda Sykes. I noticed Wanda Sykes was in there from that episode of the one where it was a mushroom with the mushrooms.
Samba.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mushroom Samba episode.
So it looked like Wanda Sykes was in it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's her or not, but I mean, like I said,
it looked like her. I mean,
I could have swore I thought I'd say Wanda Sykes in the credits.
I mean, I play this. We know now that this show is not going to be 1/1 of the of the anime series. We know that they're going to expand on the series.
Yeah,
so
that's what they're saying. It's an expansion of the series now.
So I'm gonna still give it a chance, but I'm still 50-50 on this, to be honest.
I'm 100%
I'm like 2080.
2080. Okay. I mean,
I'm like
100% sure I'm not going to.
You said 100%.
I know I'm 10% on this one.
10%. Well, as long as there's a percentage that we can still sit down and watch this, I mean, it's still something. I mean, I got an idea. If we're gonna do it, let's do a live reaction. All of us just in a call and we just do it. Right. Yeah. You understand that doing a live reaction will get in trouble because of copyright issues, right?
Yeah.
No, because of live reaction. Here's the thing, and I've learned this from VTubers. Okay, hear me out. You do. They do watch-alongs, and the way they do it is you sync up with them. They don't show any video or anything like that. They just react with it, and then you got to watch along with them.
Oh well.
And you sync it up with.
Okay, that type of watch-along. Okay.
That's
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I plan on watching the show just to see how bad of a train wreck it's gonna be.
Curiosity.
I don't have Netflix, so that's why I said 10%.
Okay.
What?
I mean,
you got Castlevania and you got this, but you can't. Goddamn, get out of here.
You know how I watch Castlevania the anime? I went to my best friend's house.
Well, there you go.
Well, then go to your best friend's house and watch.
He's not gonna watch that shit because he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it. You can't cancel every episode. You're worried about copyright. Yeah, well, you know, there's something there. He got a point there. I'll give y'all that. You know what? I'll give y'all the shot. I'll give y'all for that. Y'all shooting on that one. I'll give y'all that.
See, this is why we don't trust those dirty Chelsea supporters, man.
Well, yeah, well.
But yeah. So we're supposedly she's getting teased for season 1.
She's being teased for
somewhere.
Season 1. So later down the line, I guess, more likely.
Oh, so they're definitely making a season 2. Fuck.
Yeah, they're gonna make a season.
Well, no, they've already said that there's gonna be a season 2.
Yeah, they're going to.
Yeah, I mean, they're already making comic books based off this heart garbage anyway.
Yeah, they're not even worried about the actual original series. They're making comics based off of this one. So. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we'll see what happens. Like I said, all we can do is sit tight, like the the original creator, and say, look, Netflix is doing what they want. They're not listening to anybody. They're going to do what they want, and just hope for the best. That's all we can do. I mean, we've covered this for 2-3 weeks now, so we'll keep up on everything. Let's move on to our next topic. For those who don't know, we have a little bit of outrage. Tomb Raider. For those who don't know, the anime that's also going to be on Netflix has casted Hayley Atwell as Lara Croft. Now, a number of people are upset that the original voice actress that played in the Tomb Raider reboot, which is spectacular.
Camilla Luddington.
Yeah, Camilla Luddington, who was spectacular in the reboots for Tomb Raider. If you have not played the reboot trilogy, I would advise you to play it. It's amazing.
Yes. Honestly, it's some of the best gaming I've experienced in a very long time. I mean, the game series, just like you said, the trilogy. It's honestly, it's a masterpiece.
It is. It is.
All of them.
I feel, and they're getting ready to come back to it too. So I'm hoping that people really do pick up this game, this trilogy, and it's cheap now too. It's dirt cheap, so it'd be worth. It'd be worth playing. But people.
Well, yeah, the outrage is that they didn't get the original voice actress who played Lara in the reboots, right?
Yeah, we just said that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And people are outraged. A lot of
Camilla Luddington. Yeah.
Well, Hayley Atwell is an actress. You know, she was Agent Carter. She does have acting chops. Yeah. A lot of people were very mixed on her voice acting ability in What If when she played Agent Carter, or Captain Britain, I should say. So we'll see what happens in the future with Lara Croft. But I mean, at least we're getting content of Lara Croft. I mean, I guess it's kind of hypocritical since we just talked about Cowboy Bebop. At least we're getting content of Cowboy Bebop, I guess.
Oh man, yeah.
You know. So
jeez.
But let's move on. In more news, we said we had some Gundam news for you real quick. So we do have some Gundam news.
Yep.
Bandai Namco to unveil life-size RX-93 FFB Gundam statue in Fukuoka. Was it in next spring? So it seems like
Fukuoka.
Yeah. So it seems like everybody is getting their own life-size Gundam except America right now. What is going on?
Right? Like what the fuck, yo? Where is my Wing Zero statue? What the fuck?
No. Fuck Wing Zero. If we're getting a Gundam, if the U.S. is getting a Gundam, we're getting Gundam Maxter. I don't want anything else. I want
Maxter. Fuck out of here. Nah, nigga.
You ain't getting shit.
I was just trying to figure out.
Nigga, I want my Wing Zero statue next to the Statue of Liberty. Right next to the
statue.
Why the Wing Zero? Why the Wing Zero though?
Why next to the Statue of Liberty?
Because it's majestic.
It's majestic. It'll be
so it's a Gundam Maxter. Have you seen how majestic and American it is?
Nah, motherfucker. Wing Zero's the embodiment of hope and freedom.
It is not the embodiment of hope and freedom. It is not.
Hey, you know what? Oh, hey, you know what? You know what the Wing Zero doesn't do? It doesn't ride a giant surfboard, okay?
And it
doesn't have a football helmet.
First off, they're not going to have angel wings spread out because that would put too much of a shadow.
And 2 6-shooters on its hip.
Yeah, that would put too much of a shadow on the city.
You guys
There's no way they would have the wings spread out.
I thought they had Transformers.
No way.
Like I said, I want my Wing Zero statue where I live at.
Mr. Wing Zero, where would you put an actual statue? You can't have it next to the Statue of Liberty, so because it's too congested. Where would you put it in New York?
In its back garden.
Like I said, next to the fucking Statue of Liberty.
It's too congested. You can't have it next to the Statue of Liberty. What other place would you put it?
They could stick it in a car junkyard.
Near the fucking Empire State Building then.
Near the Empire State Building. Jesus Christ.
In a junkyard. They can put on one of them trash boats.
You're putting it too close to other landmarks.
There you go.
You're putting it too. Look, let me tell you now, as someone who
or near a perfect place near the fucking Jacob Javits Center.
Okay, well, you have to understand that you can't put things close to each other like that because the landmarks will be too congested. You have to spread them out. So, as a city planner, when people are city planning, you can't have those type of things that are right next to each other, pushed up against each other. You have
to put it in the Jacob Javits Center.
You understand that the Jacob Javits Center is still somewhat of a landmark, right?
So,
Jesus Christ.
As long as I get what I want.
God
as
damn
long
it, dude.
as I get what I want.
To you. Okay, never mind.
Look, I'm just saying, Wing Zero will be a poor choice for America. Like I said, it's gotta be the Gundam Maxter.
Nah, motherfucker.
Maxter, dude. I'm sorry.
Nah, man.
Because that is the most American Gundam ever.
Nah.
Or if they put it over here in Texas, give us a tequila Gundam.
Yeah. I'd take the tequila Gundam. Why the hell not?
I can't have your tequila Gundam in Texas, but in New York, I want the Wing Zero.
Look, even in chat is saying you might as well put the Megazord statue next to the building because it's going to crash through it.
The Megazord.
Look, understand real quick that you you have to space these things out. You have to, because if there's too many landmarks next to each other, people will crowd out too much in bunches, and they won't go see the other parts of the city. That's the entire point of landmarks, to go to certain parts of the city.
You know what?
Understand that
New York
is.
Yeah, because all the buildings in New York, aren't they all compact together?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
New York is a great place. Don't get me wrong; it's a great place, but they are very compact. They are.
Look, man, here's the thing. My motto is, as long as I get what I want.
Yeah, that's the problem, Cody. You don't get what you want.
He said, give me
I want the fucking Wing Zero, motherfucker. Wing Zero.
You want it, but what about the rest of New York?
It doesn't matter.
Fuck them!
Damn, he said, fuck the rest of New York.
You see, this is why you're not going to get Dracula powers.
Yeah, yep.
We'll talk about that in the next podcast debate.
SpongeBob statue throwing gang signs. Do it.
Yeah, right.
Godzilla statue coming out of water. I'm for that. I'm so
I would take that. Yeah, dude, I'd take that shit in a heartbeat.
I would. That's
I love Godzilla.
So, but
I got an idea.
So anyways, this was about the Gundam statue and Fukuoka.
Well, we still have. Listen, I'm just trying to understand why America still hasn't gotten their Gundam, but we'll see what happens in the future.
China got the like I said, China got the Freedom Gundam, which is ironic because there's literally no freedom in China. But whatever. But whatever, they probably
no. Okay, whoever said the 1998 Godzilla, no,
you're wrong.
God, no,
you're wrong. Wait, no,
get out.
No, you
leave.
can't. You
don't come
cannot
back.
sit here and say that there needs to. No, you should be ashamed of yourself.
No, I got a quick question though for Ben. I got a quick question for Ben. If there was one in the UK, if there was a Gundam statue in UK, which one would it be? For you,
Ben. Them because they're Transformers. The BBC told me it's Transformers.
Oh my god.
That was a good answer. Good answer.
Well, yeah, that was good answer. That's funny.
In more Gundam news,
I know what New York deserves. It's Jolly Wheel. That's what they deserve.
Fuck Joey Wheeler. Settle Kaiba, bitch.
Well, we still have Gundam news. All right.
Yes. Back on topic.
All right.
Those don't know. Yep. Sunrise reveals Gundam: The Witch from Mercury is the first new Gundam TV anime in 7 long years. 7 years. All right. So
7 years, and they milked the fuck out of Unicorn and the fucking Universal Century right around that era.
Jesus Christ!
God damn, dude. Like they're getting dust from the Unicorn's teeth now at this point. So they got to move on at some point.
Well,
Thank God, dude.
Honestly, Comment was relieved to know that that was the reason why Comment was relieved to see a new Gundam statue rather than another unicorn.
Dude, you have no fucking idea. I am tired of seeing Unicorn. Too perfect. What was it? So many goddamn model kits of the Unicorn. They were shoving the Unicorn so far up everyone's ass, dude. I was getting sick and tired of seeing the fucking thing. Dude, yeah,
no, they're not done yet. They're not done yet. They just announced the extreme version of the Banshee.
Well, there you go.
See what I mean? You see exactly what I mean?
Version of the Banshee motor.
You see what I mean? Like, why the Unicorn? The Unicorn, okay, look, I'm going to say this, maybe it's just me, I think the design looks whack as fuck. All right? I don't like it. I don't like it.
Here we go.
I don't like it. I think the Unicorn is whack as fuck, all right? Everyone's like, oh yeah, it can go back in time, it can do this and that. And it can glow, and it can do this, and it can turn green, and it can turn red. And you know what? Fuck them Unicorn. Yeah, that's what I just said. Oh, it can temporarily time travel. You know what? Fuck the Unicorn.
Technically, that's the Phoenix. That's the Phoenix version.
It's still a unicorn unit.
Well, I mean,
I don't care.
We are getting a new series for Iron-Blooded Orphans, right? So I mean, it's something that's better than Unicorn, maybe. I'm just spitballing here.
No. I'm done.
But honestly, I really can't wait for the Witch from Mercury. I want to see how that plays out.
The title alone has kind of got my interest.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what they come up with. No, go ahead.
People were speculating what it could be. Does it have to do with magic? Does it have to do with this? And you know what? I say it could be something about a Xeon Ace pilot that we don't know about. Because, like as I was saying, as I said before in our briefing, The Witcher Mercury could be a title, just like as I was saying, like let's say like most Xeon Ace pilots always have like a title. What was it? Unveil Gato, the Nightmare of Solomon. What was it? Shin Matsunaga, the White Wolf. Johnny Raiden, Crimson Lightning, and then of course Shar Aznable, the Red Comet. They have all these different names. I'm just saying. So it could be the White Witch of Mercury. It could be another Xeon Ace pilot. Who knows?
True.
Very true.
Yeah. But my speculation is, I mean, I know some people didn't play this fighting game.
Here we go with the fighting games.
No, there was a character.
You motherfucker.
No, there was actual. The final boss was a female Xeon pilot that pilot the Domel. It's from Gundam EX Revelaw. It's a fighting game that kind of plays like Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about Gundam EX Review or whatever?
Yeah, that game.
That arcade game.
So with the title of this new Gundam show, so is this a spin-off series or is this going to be in the Universal Century lineup?
I would think it would be in the Universal Century lineup.
Yeah.
If they're promoting it like this.
But But what point? In what time point is it going to take place in? Because Victory is coming up in the timeline, and then F91 is when it's going to be sometime between Unicorn and F91. Because by the time F91, they've already miniaturized the mobile suits, so it might be right.
No.
Hold on.
No,
Wait a
John.
minute. So.
No, John.
But they didn't say what's the timeline for Witcher Mercury, though.
John always.
They didn't. That's what I'm saying. I was like, if it's Universal Century, then when is it going to take place?
Yeah, so we don't know whether or not this is a mainline series or if it's a spinoff.
Or it could be a side story to an existing 1 year war or sometime during. Who knows when?
I just say just have some faith in it. I mean, if we're going to have a little bit of faith in Cowboy Bebop, I think we should have some faith in Gundam. I'm just saying.
Because they're bringing in like 3
Cowboy
shows.
Bebop.
Yeah, we got faith in Cowboy Bebop.
Because we're going to stick the Philippine president on them right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
who's having faith in Cowboy Bebop? Because we're going to tell the Philippine president right now. Send for the man.
Someone's conspiring. Someone's conspiring. Send for the man.
Oh my God! Here you go with the send for the man.
Who's having faith
Why
in
must
it?
you always send for the man?
Oh yeah!
I'm just saying.
So let's
Jesus
move on.
Christ.
Let's move on to gaming because we have some stuff.
Yes.
All right, we got some gaming news.
Yeah, God of War, Ragnarok. All right, is race swapping Angrboda. Now, before we get started here, I want people to understand that people are very angry at this race swapping. But I want to put this tidbit in here. All right?
Why though?
Well, I'm going to explain this. All right. So let's see what they had to say. The developer actually say. It says, never in years since God of War launched in 2018 has it been controversial, despite the changes it has made to Norse mythology. As God of War developer Matt Sophos points out, they made one dwarf blue who talks like a Texan prospector. They made another, yeah, right. They made another who's Germophobic. They made Mimir a distinct Scottish. They veer away from the traditional backgrounds of Loki and more. That's just the tip of the iceberg for all the things God of War has done, not beholding the Norse mythology, and never has this been controversial. Yet, seemingly overnight, it becomes just that. Suddenly, the trailer for God of War Ragnarok is somehow controversial. People are complaining about the boat animation in the world where Kratos will indubitably face powerful gods in incredible stage pieces. People are complaining about Thor's weight, despite the fact that it shows an incredibly powerful character who, let's not forget, has a reputation of being an insane genocidal maniac. And people are complaining about Angrboda being a young black girl hailing from a race of Jutan, a giant, a mythological race, and one known to have powers of foresight, transformation, and more. In a world where Loki has become a 6-legged horse and becomes pregnant in mythology, a young black girl suddenly doesn't belong. She's race swapping. She's not part of the culture, and she's out of place. People on the internet so declaim. Now, with that being said, all right, all the shots.
No,
all the shots.
Okay, so all right. I'll keep that. I mean, I can accept that. You know, let's have someone black in North mythology. That's cool. I mean, in a video game, I'm just saying, like I said, let's just make Black Panther played by Ryan Reynolds. Then,
Look, You know,
I'm just saying.
Can you imagine, yo,
Let's
Wakanda
do that.
I mean, Black Panther was Star-Lord, so I mean, Wakanda forever.
I'm just saying,
I
like
mean,
if we're doing that, if we're just race swapping, look,
there are
let's
white
put a
people.
Mexican. Let's make Thor Mexican.
There are white people who do live in South Africa. I mean, there are. I mean, just saying. But no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's one of those things you have to understand that people feel as though they're not represented enough, so they're not going to reverse that swap.
Oh,
I get what you're saying.
Oh, so people are not represented enough? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Not saying that.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what they're saying.
Hold on. I know. That's what they're saying. But hold on. Hold on. Let's say, you know who hasn't been represented a lot? You know who? Latinos.
Exactly.
When we're Latinos,
Here we go.
When we're Latinos, you know what? You see the Wonder. Let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about this. The Wonder Years.
I heard the table tap.
He did not.
It's now.
I heard the table tap.
It's now a black family. Why would they have the Wonder Years with a Mexican family? Oh no. What about Black Panther? What about the Brown Panther? Or what was it, the Brown Leopard or some shit? I'm just saying. Why do they? Okay, and you know what? What about all the media right now? I'm not saying nothing because you know what? The media is blackwashing a lot of stuff right now. Now I don't have a problem with blacks being prominent in any kind of media in the forum. But if we're gonna play that game, let's be inclusive. Let's start adding Asians and Hispanics too. I'm just saying.
Well, exactly.
What Native Americans too? Let's put Native Americans in there.
Exactly. I'm with comment on this one. Well, what about my nigga Rick Diaz? He needs love too.
This motherfucker. See what you started. You started. This was a prelude. This was all a prelude to Rick Diaz. That's all this was. That's what you just did.
Chico and the man.
Call for the fucking day. No. Call for the fucking day on this one. I'm sorry. No.
Look. Every time I hear about anything getting rebooted, it's about someone. Superman is now black and gay, or it's like, whatchamacallit, so and so is going to be redone, but that what was it? Little Mermaid, she's now going to be black. What was it? Cinderella on Amazon Prime, she's now going to be black.
I will say, first off, that Cinderella is absolutely atrocious, and nobody wants that shit. Not even black people. Okay?
God.
Not even black people. But I do feel as though with the Little Mermaid in general, we have seen a lot of redheads get thrown in the dirt so that they can be reimagined as black people. And this is from a black person. All right, I have seen it. All right, so that is something. It seems like they want to get the gingers out of here. That's what
I'm just saying, dude. Does anyone else not see this now that we're blackwashing media right now?
Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know blacks deserve some sort of representation, but at the same time, like, look, we're forgetting the bigger picture here at this point.
Bruh, did you see the chat? See the shit that you invited? See the toxicity that you invited? Did you see that? The chat just said,
swim.
Yeah, in the Black Little Mermaid swim. Damn you! This is all your fault. No, get all these shots. Fuck that. Damn you! See that? This is what you invited to this thing. You invited Rick Diaz. Now you're inviting stereotypes of black people not being able to swim. This is what you did.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
So yeah.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, but you know who can't? But you know who can swim though?
Who?
A Hispanic Little Mermaid, Mexican Little Mermaid.
Oh,
backstroke.
I guess you're saying because they have to go across the border. You son of a bitch! I can't believe you went there, you motherfucker. It takes some more motherfucking shots. Fuck you, right? I can't believe you went there.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
I can't believe you.
Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, man. Let's move on. Yeah, exactly. We can have that, but we can't have Nagas and WoW.
All right. Nagas and WoW. All right.
We can't have Nagas and WoW.
Y'all didn't hear new one that Twitter put out not too long ago, did y'all? Oh
no.
A couple days ago, you know the Nickelodeon fighting game that looks like Smash Brothers is coming out.
Yeah.
The players that played them, they're calling them Knickers, like Nickelodeon. They're calling them
no.
So now they're saying this Nicker done went crazy. And these are black people saying this now. Nickers. That's right. That's what they're saying on Twitter.
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on, because in the UK, that's what they refer to as women's underwear.
Women's underwear. Yes, they do in the UK. Well, but this is how far they've gone. So again, when we're talking about intent, Here you go. All right. So Knickers. Yeah. Knickers. Yes. That's what they're saying on Twitter about these Nickelodeon.
Sooner or later, these British folks are going to run out of the people in the UK are going to run out of things to say. I mean, they already have their P's and the F words.
European cigarettes.
We're not going to talk about it.
Fuck you.
But let's.
They have that word. That you know what I'm saying. They have that word. They can't say that, but it's a legitimate food. But apparently, it's a slang term against gay men.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, this goes to show you this is how far it is.
Now you can't say Knickers.
You can't say Knickers now. Yeah, because apparently that's the thing. That's
Naga
I saw. Yeah, Nagas and Knickers. Ain't that something? They will find a way around to try and put intent on something. And like I said, and if people are upset, they have every right to be upset at this point. They say that's their
Hey, look, they got a way around it right
Snickers,
now.
Please.
Yeah, they got a way around it now, right there.
Look at that. Snickers is already sweating.
Yeah, right. Snickers they look like, yeah, well, we're gonna walk away from this one. All right.
Almond flavor. The almond flavor is my favorite.
Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah.
God damn it.
So let's move on. Let's talk about Nintendo Direct. All right.
Oh man, that was great.
Meat and potatoes.
Now,
Meat and potatoes.
I've seen a lot of people trash the Nintendo Direct. Was it on Twitter? They're saying it's horrible. If you didn't like the PlayStation conference,
Brought to you by Sony, gang.
Yeah, I know, but
that's pretty much what they said.
Yeah, this is grown men once again trying to play System Wars, and I don't have time for it. I really don't. I think that both.
Just play what you want makes you happy, dude. At the end of the day, who knows?
Exactly.
You know.
I'm not going to try and rile up people over a piece of plastic. That's absolutely.
But let's get shit straight. If Sony didn't exist, Nintendo wouldn't have Let's say like that. If Nintendo didn't exist, Nintendo wouldn't have any reason to innovate.
Yeah,
so there you go.
So let's start.
Competition breeds.
Yeah, it
good
does.
shit.
It does. It breeds good shit. It does. It's such good shit. I mean, but let's start with the Mario movie. Okay, so the Mario movie.
I don't like the cast.
I don't like. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking like? Is this real? Like, stop fucking with me. And it's real. And,
no, this is real. This is real.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Chris Pratt came out, since we know he's gonna play Mario. He came out not too long ago. All right. And he said, this is, I'm going to play Mario. He did a video where he was like, it's me, it's Mario. He was like, and he said, no worries. That's not the voice I'm going to use. I don't want to get people upset. I'm just letting you know I'm excited to the voice is Mario. That was the video, right? Here come a bunch of dumb motherfuckers coming. I can't believe he's going to use that voice. He sucks, blah, blah, blah. It's like, do you not comprehend what's going on?
Did you not finish watching the video?
Yeah, like people were upset on Twitter. I'm like, y'all are a different breed. Y'all just a different breed. Y'all just don't listen to anything. Y'all just
they're a different breed because they're inbreed.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Because
I do agree with the chat though about Charlie Day being Luigi.
I think that's gonna be hilarious. The memes alone are hilarious.
Yeah. Green Man.
Yeah.
I'm not okay. Here's me. I'm not fond of the cast, but you know what? I want to see a trailer.
Well, yeah, that'll be interesting to see how it is. I mean, like I said, we'll see how it plays out. I mean, this is another one where I can say I'm going to give it a 50-50 until I see a trailer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog account came out. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog was like, "Yo, I'll see you at the Oscars." The Sonic the Hedgehog account, because Sonic movie comes out next year? So they both come out the same year.
Even with how that trailer was, like, it was trash on purpose in my opinion. Like how they did the animation for Sonic, they did it deliberately to get you all to watch it. So they did their job. So all these actors have names. That's why they've voted to do this movie. There's a reason why they're doing it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because Nintendo's not known to doing movies, so this is their first one.
I mean,
attempt.
The last Mario movie we had was, I mean, think about it. We had Bob Hoskins play Mario, and we had Captain Lou Albano.
That was a good.
That
was a good movie. The live action Super Mario.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We had Bob Hoskins play as Mario, and we had Captain Lou Albano play as Mario in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. So it's going to be interesting to see what Chris Pratt brings to the table on. You know what I mean? Is he going to have just a New York accent? Is he going to have a high-pitched accent? We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. I mean,
well, let's put one thing into perspective though about the Super Mario Brothers movie. Bob Hoskins, when he was interviewed,
British actor.
he said that Yeah. If he was asked if he could change one thing, from a movie, from doing a movie, he immediately did not hesitate. But he said Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
He hated that movie.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
and people's careers were damaged. The only one that walked away unscathed was John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo was Luigi. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the only one that walked away unscathed.
Look, all I'm saying is, imagine being 10 years old back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then just being like, and then waiting all this fucking time to get a proper Mario movie and a Sonic movie. Here, you know what I mean? I mean, here you are being a kid back in the 90s. You're almost 30 years old and you finally get a fucking movie.
Well, that's Nintendo holding on to.
What took Hollywood so long?
What
took them so long?
Close to the chest. That's just Nintendo. That's all Nintendo. I'm sure they are approached every year to make Mario movies. I'm sure every year they are. You know what I mean? And they just said no. I think that's what it was. So
the reason why the movie didn't do so well apparently in the theaters was because it was between a husband and wife, and they were busy, they were kind of fighting back and forth with each other, apparently, from what I understand.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. I mean, we'll see what happens. Good luck to the Mario movie. You know, I mean, we'll see what happens. However, I do want to move on to our next game, which is Bayonetta 3. Round of applause, Bayonetta 3.
Fuck yeah,
He's back. He's back, and I love every bit of it. I'm just saying, this looks great.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they brought back the the one spider from Devil May Cry 1, so that brings up some, you know what I mean? That brings up some questions. We saw him on the building. She was controlling it. I'm looking forward to this. This looks like this is going to be a great game. This looks like it's
at the end of it looked really the character, and I thought that was Virgil.
I was going to say you thought it was Virgil. I don't think it's Virgil. But I mean, this will.
I think that was Jean.
Well, it looks like it takes place with Syringes, so we'll see what happens with the storyline. I'm happy to see that we finally got some news on Bayonetta 3. You know what I mean? So I mean, we've been waiting for news for God knows how long.
After radio silence.
Oh yeah.
Years?
That Twitter account.
Yeah,
it's been so many days since no news.
Now we have news. Yeah, so yeah, it's great to see that we finally got a confirmation that something was going on. And it's great to see that, you know, I don't know if y'all saw what was going on yesterday, but Kamiya decided that, you know, he blocks people on the regular. We all know this, right? That he blocks people on Twitter, right? Yeah. He blocks superfans.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, he unblocked the artist, right? He unblocked them just to tell them that Bayonetta has a mole on her cheek. And then after he said it, he blocked them again.
Fucking for real?
Yeah, for real. No joke. So yeah, it's one of those things. And people are laughing about it. So it goes to show you that he lurks, he does everything. You know what I mean? So
oh God,
don't let him fool you.
I'm blocked by Kami, and I don't know why.
I'm not blocked. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I don't really say much to him. So, but he blocks everybody. It's at this point, it's a badge of honor at this point, right? I would think. So
sure. I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah. So,
was it the Yoko Taro guy?
Yoko Taro.
Oh, that's
Yoko
Taro's different.
That's for Nier. That's for Nier Automata.
No.
So,
okay.
yeah.
That's the man that makes sad and depressing, sexy big booty bitches.
Well, he's the one that had some. Jesus Christ! You know what? He was speaking of Nintendo Direct. He had, I guess, he had a hand in that one game that was in the Direct. It was like some kind of card-based game or whatever.
Yeah.
The Dragon's Voice.
I don't know. Like I said, if you're into card games, I mean that's cool. But for me, it's just like,
No, from what I saw from that trailer, it kind of reminds me of my favorite game like that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses.
No, you gotta have a lot of imagination for that shit. But all right, cool. I'm too old to have imagination like that.
Oh,
from what I understand, Yoko Taro likes to do. He likes to try different things.
Yeah,
that's certainly different.
I'm guessing the story to that game is going to be sad and depressing because everybody looks like they're in cards.
Well,
they got transformed.
Yeah. Well, let's move on and we can talk about Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Now, I know.
I'm actually looking forward to this.
Oh, the memes.
The memes have been great for Kirby.
The fucking Kirby Automata.
Yeah, the memes have been great for Kirby. I think that this game is going to sell really well. It's a 3D game. It's not like your 2D games that Kirby usually does. But this game I think is going to do well. I think I've seen
Yeah. It gave me. I mean, I know, of course, Near vibes, but it also gave me Mario Odyssey vibes.
Yeah.
You know, that one stage, what was it, Steam Garden or whatever the fuck it was? Steam Press Garden or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of reminded me of that, and it's just a whole exploration aspect of it, and just being able to walk around in the world, which is something you normally don't. The last time I just that even came close to Kirby being in a world like that I personally remember is that Kirby golf game, being able to move around in the world. I mean, that's the closest thing I think of that's something like that, but that's it.
Kirby,
so
it's an interesting take too with in the trailer, because like it's taking place in like the real world.
Yeah. Kirby is still a fan favorite. He'll always be loved. I mean, there's nothing you can really say about Kirby other than good luck to you, Kirby, and I'm sure it'll sell. It'll sell. I do want to move on to this discussion real quick, because this is something we need to talk about. When Nintendo announced the Genesis and N64 online for their online service.
An expansion.
I've seen people upset over this because they're saying, well, they're going to charge you extra money. Now, of course, they didn't say what the price is going to be yet, but they're saying, why should you pay for emulated games when you can already get them, right? That's what the people are saying. You shouldn't pay for emulated games. My only counter to that, my only counter to that is, number one, it's online. All right, so you can play with games online just like you can do with the NES and the SNES games that Nintendo has. You can play those online with people. All right,
it's convenience factor.
It is convenient. It is convenience. So we'll make that number 2. Number 3, we're talking licensing. Okay.
Yeah.
When it comes to games, you have to license these games. You still have to pay for them. So just like how Capcom, you don't want to know why you don't have a rival schools yet again from Capcom? Licensing. That's why. They made it very well known. It's because licensing each and every character, they would have to pay out the ass for. That's why you don't have another rival schools. It's the same thing with these games. You will have to license each game. All right. Now they're starting with their own, their first party games, but those third party games that are coming, I'm letting you know now, they're going to have to pay out the ass for those. They're going to have to pay for those.
I don't see no mercy.
Yeah, especially Sin and Punishment. We never got that in the U.S.
That's what I'm saying. It's like these are games that they have to pay for. So therefore, because they paid for it, by proxy, you'll have to pay for it if you want to use the service. That's how they go.
I think the thing that gets me the most though is that a lot of folks are complaining on the price for their 2 controllers. Like
the price, right,
they roughly price as when they first came with the systems.
They're roughly priced the same, which people are going to say, well, they shouldn't cost that much. And I'm going to combat them again and say, yes, they should, because they're roughly the same. And people to this day still use those type of controllers in competition. They still use them. They still do.
I don't know. I don't think the Sega Genesis controllers ever cost that much.
The Super Nintendo pad is still a favorite amongst the FGC when it comes to competing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can bring up the whole price. Like, why aren't people complaining about the NES controllers that are like $80?
Well, I can bring up something. I can bring up a point that Nintendo inadvertently just admitted the Genesis is better than Super Nintendo, seeing as how they're charging a premium for it. They're charging a premium for it's going to be in a completely different price tier than they're just than the Super Nintendo. So let's just say, all right, in the end, Genesis won.
I will put it like this: I still have my original Genesis controller. I still have my original N64 controllers. I just need an adapter. That's all I need is an adapter. And
provided that your N64 sticks still work.
They still work. I mean, if it got through Mario Party, it'll get through this. So
oh Jesus Christ, dude! That's the one part I'm interested about, is to see how these new sticks are gonna hold up. Because I just remember like getting the sticks. You shake the controller and that stick just goes flopping all over the place, and you ain't even moved yet. The stick is all loose and shit.
That's if the stick is loose. Yeah, that's if so. Yeah.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, that price point, $50, is gonna be wireless. It's gonna be new smooth buttons on it.
I don't need all that. All I need is an adapter that will run my N64 controller into the Switch, and I'm good. And what I'll say is, I hope to see you sons of bitches online for No Mercy, because I'm looking for a 4-man ladder match. I don't want to.
What? You said No Mercy? I have No Mercy.
No Mercy 4-man ladder match online. I don't want to hear anything else. All right.
Event,
I'm
do
looking
you
forward to
really
it.
think?
Yo, Event, the
anything
next time you
will-
come down to New York and visit me, we play No Mercy. I legit have No Mercy.
I don't know, man.
You know what? You know what?
I saw in that
Madman in
lineup,
the chat.
We got Mario Kart 64 on there.
Yeah, Mario Kart 64.
Well, Madman in the chat brought up a pretty good point. He says, I think people should be upset that the Japanese Mega Drive controller has 6 buttons, while the USA's only has 3.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
I'd be properly upset about that too, because I was about to say. But then again, maybe some of the games that they have that are going to be in the eShop are going to be different than the one we get here. I can't think of very many 6-button Genesis games or Mega Drive games. I mean, of course there's Street Fighter. I was about to say, of course there's Street Fighter. Maybe save for some other ones like Eternal Champions or something, but that's about
Eternal
it.
Champions, goddamn.
Yeah, exactly.
Was Alpha on Genesis?
No,
but I'm saying Saturn. It was definitely
Saturn and PlayStation. Yeah,
Saturn and PlayStation. And by the way,
Alpha 2 was on Super Nintendo.
And by the way, if we're going to talk about, I just want to mention real quick, best controller ever, Sega Saturn's Model 2 D-pad. That's the best D-pad of any controller ever made.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of people will argue with you with the Super Nintendo pad. They will.
No, fuck the Super Nintendo pad. The Super Nintendo pad is trash compared to the Sega Saturn's Model 2 D-pad.
I'm just letting you know, a lot of players use the Super Nintendo pad when it comes to fighting games. So
that's because they never heard of a Sega Saturn. That's why.
Ooh, that's some big fighting words. That's some big fighting words.
I don't know, man. I've got a Super Nintendo ASCII pad sitting in my drawer right now.
That's third party. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a good thing, but it's third party.
That's a good D-pad.
First party here.
Well, like I said, people are saying No Mercy, you're on. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You better be on. We can have the Royal Rumble if y'all want and have everyone just come out randomly. I don't care.
You mean everybody overlooked WrestleMania 2000, the most buggiest 64 game ever?
It's not that we overlook it. It's just No Mercy is just a better version of it. That's all.
Yeah.
You mean you don't like being able to reach under the ring and pull out a 7 million by 22 or a giant chair?
Of course I do. But I mean, we'll see what they give us first. Hopefully they'll do it in order. If not, then they'll probably just give us No Mercy first before WrestleMania 2000.
Oh yeah.
Either way, I expect all of you to have your created characters ready to play.
Yeah, but most likely it's gonna be No Mercy because that's like the best one of the best wrestling.
It's one of the best wrestling games.
Yeah, the only problem I'm gonna have with the No Mercy engine is that the licensing and the characters that are back in there is going to be a fucking problem because some of them are in fucking AEW. So
that's what I'm saying. Like the licensing, they said these games are going to cost. They said the online service is going to cost because of the licensing.
Yeah.
But there is an indie wrestling game that came out like a couple of weeks ago or last month that is pretty much looks like No Mercy but with more character gimmicky kind of thing.
And I'm for that too. I'm for it as well.
I was gonna be like wrestling simulator or something.
No. AEW actually looks like a game that you can have fun with. It looks like
this is the game that I hope that does make it onto the 64 lineup is Clay Fighter 63 and the third or Sculptor's Cut.
Yeah, well,
the director's cut.
I'm sure they'll bring us Clay Fighters. I'm sure they will.
I hope that ends up on there.
I don't see why they
won't. I'd love that.
But in more news, ActRaiser Renaissance is now out, I believe. Yep. So it goes to show you that Nintendo is stacking up their chips. Also, in more news of ActRaiser Renaissance, Castlevania Advanced Collection is coming to their service.
It's already out.
Yeah, it's already out. Okay, well, it's already out.
Yeah,
there you go.
It came out the same day.
Oh, same day.
Both games came out.
Both games on the same day, so they say, hey.
But there is breaking news
for the Switch version for ActRaiser is a little underwhelming and doesn't perform well.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I just found out breaking news for the Castlevania joint.
You said breaking news. Hold on, breaking news.
I just found out that the Steam port of Castlevania Advanced Collection is a bad port.
Ooh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Steam version.
Apparently, the control scheme of it, your screen options and shit like that. It don't save and shit like that.
Oh wow!
So that needs to be updated.
Yeah, they gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Definitely. So hopefully, it's a Castlevania has to be brought out and fixed. And also for
that's the Steam port. That's the Steam port. But every other port is fine.
All right. Well, there you go. Every other port but Steam until they fix it. Jump on it.
Yeah.
Also in the last bit of news, classic Knights of the Old Republic is being brought to Nintendo.
The Switch.
Yeah, to the Switch.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you know about what's all happening with this Knights of the Old Republic remake, you don't have to worry about that. So you can just play the classic on the Switch.
There you go. So you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about the new one. You can just play the old one. And I'm sure there are people who will
also
play.
extremely cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play it.
Yeah.
I'll play it. See what
There
it's
you
like.
Also, in more news, we can move on from Nintendo. NVIDIA confirms leaked GeForce Now list is real, but claims the games are speculative. Gentlemen, anything on that one?
It's not real. No, it's real because I see Half-Life 2 remastered happening. Because they want to test the waters and get people interested in Half-Life 3. So I see a bunch of them being announced. Especially
you heard it here. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Yeah, Half-Life 3. Yeah.
Well, now somebody in the chat, somebody in the chat is asking about KOTOR.
Yeah, they're saying
it's next month.
It's next month. Okay, there you go.
No, next month or November, around there.
Okay.
KOTOR is November.
Okay.
November or something.
There you go. Well, I mean.
Also, it is 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks for Metroid Dread.
Yes, 2 weeks left for Metroid Dread.
Yes.
It went fast, didn't it? It went really fast.
2 weeks left for Metroid Dread.
Yeah, it went really fast. I was like, oh, we only got 2 weeks left. I was like, damn, I may want to get on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta wait till I get paid.
Yeah. The funny thing is that game legit comes out the same time I'm doing Castlevania, so I have to get it.
There you go.
Man, just talking about Metroid Dread, we just lost some viewers.
No, we didn't. We're good.
Ouch.
No, we didn't. We lost one. It's fine. They'll be back. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
I think it was 2.
All right, don't worry. It's fine. Razer has announced that gaming finger sleeves. That's right. They have announced with a straight face. They announced gaming finger sleeves for those who get calluses on their fingers. That's right.
You're just putting condoms on your fingers. Ugh.
Well,
You know what?
It
You know
was
what?
an April Fool's joke, but now it's real.
Yeah. I
God damn it.
this.
Oh,
It's all your fault, internet.
Well, the
All
chat
your
is
fault.
saying that they also announced F-Zero-X, and that everyone has to get.
Yes, it is on the
Yes.
lineup. They actually
Yeah.
slid some
It's
more
on the
games
lineup.
on by
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's on the lineup.
as well.
So-
F-Zero-X is
What
on
I'm
there.
saying about them, what I'm saying about these finger sleeves things that Razer has mentioned, I've seen stupid shit. They literally have they have driving shoes. So that's a thing. It's a thing. They actually have driving shoes. So I've seen stupid shit before. So it surprises me, but it doesn't at the same time.
It's a gimmick.
So
It's a gimmick.
it's a gimmick. Yeah, it's a gimmick.
And
They just, it's whatever. If you want to rep the, the Razer brand, I mean, this appeals to the same people that buy, a Ferrari branded fucking folding chair just so they can go out to car meets or whatever. Same shit.
There's more about gimmicks, and here's more news. Judge Dredd has been added to Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War, and Warzone as a limited time skin pack. Limited time. So they're making around to get
So
this.
juicy, and it's a bunch of cuts that plays the game. So fuck them.
Yep, so that's right. You can go around screaming, "You are the law."
I am the law!
Yeah, that's what you can do. I mean,
You could just
but
scream,
for
"You
a
are the
limited
cuck."
time, they're telling you
yeah.
now they're going to take this off the market soon. So they want you to run and
Oh,
get
yeah.
it as fast as possible so you can have it. It's a skin. There shouldn't be a
That's
limited time on it. But
they're implying the fear of missing out.
yeah, that's what it is. It's fear of missing
Unless
out.
I get Judge Dredd's gun, I don't fucking care.
Well, I'm just saying this isn't a licensing issue because you're like, if you get it, it's not going away. You know what I mean? If you get,
I am the microtransaction.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're playing on your fear of missing out. That's what they're doing. But
FOMO.
speaking of, well, since you go there, I mean, let's talk about this. Blizzard reduces titties in WoW. That's right, in World of Warcraft, but not sexism at the company.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. So in one of the
That's a nice little
dungeons,
band-aid on everything.
in one of the dungeons, they replaced like all the original portraits of like some lady in there, and they covered her up more.
Out of all the
That's what
things
that was.
Still, out of all
That's
the
what they
things that
did.
you could do to make your environment better, this is what they chose. Come on.
Yeah, punish the fans, not the workers. Like,
Well,
you know
that
what I'm
means
saying?
you need to cover up the night elves. You need to cover the night elves
the
up.
fictional characters, right?
No,
That's
don't
what
cover
we
the
did.
night elves up. We need night elf titties.
No. If you're gonna do that, go the whole 9 yards. Go full dumbass on it.
Look,
No,
you know what?
No, I
This
need
is-
Alex
this is-
Raza, damn it! You leave her alone.
Okay,
You need
Okay,
what?
look. Hear me out.
Healing.
Hear me out. All right. This is exactly, you see all this censorship going on with all the Western video game companies and all this woke shit going on. And meanwhile, what was it, that one game? What is that one game that looks like Nier Automata, but it's made by a Korean company and it's all
Project
booty
Eve.
sluts? There you go, Project Eve. This is what this is them doing the Lord's work right now. Okay. Meanwhile, all this stuff is going on, and they said, you know what? Fuck you, and fuck your censorship, and fuck your SJW-ness.
We're talking about fictional characters.
Okay, they're talking about fictional characters.
If they want to have a fictional big titties and fictional ass, so be it. If you don't like it in your game, then don't play the game. Don't look at it.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that.
Leave the Korean booty sluts alone,
I just don't understand
Well, it's
how
because
you just
it-
negate
it-
real people, in their situation that's going on, as opposed to this. That's absolutely.
I got an idea for World of Warcraft. It may as well just call it World of fucking Chastity at this point. Fuck you.
Yeah, World of Chastity. There you go. Good call.
You're getting your chasties in the mail, and you gotta pay $1,000 a month to get it.
So what happens if modders get to this and go big and go real big on the titties? Then what? Are they banned?
Oof.
Well, yeah,
Look.
you if you can get past the chastity belt.
See, even the chat is saying we appreciate the KBS, son. Korean booty sluts.
I'm just saying. The KBS, Korean booty sluts. There you go. See? Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Where's my army at? Show yourselves. Where's my army at?
If modders get to this, I mean, are they going to enforce this on modders?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, you can't really see it because when you mod it, it's only for your visual on your own machine.
Yeah.
Like, other players can't see it.
So they could see all the neutered content, and then you get all the good shit.
Yeah.
So you know what? At the end, everyone wins, I guess.
I guess I guess it is one of those things again. It goes.
But you know what? You got to think of it. It's like that movie. They Live. You remember that shit? You put on the glasses, you see everything all fucked up and everything, and then you take them off.
DMC 2014. Yeah, I know. I know.
That's exactly what I figured. That's how I found Events Videos, is because when I saw DMC's first trailer and I saw everything the way they were doing it, I was like, this is fucking They Live.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what it is. And so, like I said, this whole cancel culture thing, it's only, you know what? God, I hope this doesn't happen. But you know what? Strip clubs, they're gonna be like, oh, you got to cover up the strippers now too. What?
It's a reverse.
No. See, now you're gonna make me go.
They're gonna be like, oh no.
Now I gotta go Filipino president on you. Now I gotta.
Something. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Remember, someone's conspiring. Now we got sent for the man. Now.
Why we got always sent for the man? I'm just saying we should have.
Could you
imagine that? Like a reverse strip club? You come walking in, they walk out naked, and they put a piece of clothing on.
Jesus Christ. Dude.
By the end of their act, they're full of clothes.
Well, since we're
did I just compare video gaming to a strip club? Maybe. But you know what?
Oh boy!
Did I just compare that?
The entire time you didn't bring up Grand Theft Auto. I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed.
You know what? And I was about to say, because Grand Theft Auto is so far off in a corner of my mind, I don't give a fuck about it anymore. It's been, you're talking about games that have been milked to death. All right. I don't know. It's between that and Skyrim are neck and neck right now. So
no, don't forget, Grand Theft Auto sexually assaulted a person. So.
Yeah, they felt sexually
definitely.
assaulted. And the chat is saying they tried to cover up OnlyFans, and that blew up in their face. Yep.
But here's the point I'm trying to make, and the reason why I said strip clubs and video games, because both you have an option to whether or not to partake in whatever they are selling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not at any point do I see someone trying to raise their children and whatever, and no one's gonna, in their right mind, would take their children into a strip club and watch them titties. Of course, no one would ever do that. No sane person would do that. Let me correct myself. No sane person would do that.
Okay.
Just like no sane person that doesn't want to see, cis white men and whatever and all this misgendering and all this bullshit and too many titties in video games is not going to let their child or sensitive ass adult man child look at it.
Here we go.
All right. So I'm just saying. You see where I'm going with this? Where I'm going with this?
Preach on, brother. Preach on.
I'm just saying that I haven't played your theme in quite a while since you were doing that. And I'm just saying, for me, it just sounds like at the end of the day, people need to understand that this is something that you can walk away from if you don't like it. And
exactly.
I got an idea though. If we're really doing this with the strip clubs, if the strip clubs are
God,
going to be
think of the
closed,
children.
Yeah, it's not being forced on you.
Exactly.
I got a great idea for the strip club for the pimps now going forward.
But still, you have to
What's
understand.
that, Ben?
Made for children anyway. These games aren't for mature. These are for adults. It's the parents that still buy these games and think that their child is adult enough to deal with it.
Well, the parents are bad parents. That's the end of that discussion, really. And as for the strip clubs, if they're gonna do all this clothing stuff, it means let's get them paid DLC to have.
No, don't give them ideas. Don't give them paid
DLC.
No, going to the strip clubs to be paid DLC. You're giving them ideas. Don't do that. What's wrong with you? You're not. Look, you're not. I won't let you go to the dark side on this one. I just won't. I will strike you down.
I think. No. I see where he's going with it though. I see exactly. He's basically saying that clothing should be DLC. And by clothing, I mean
everyone should walk around
naked in the game. Yeah.
Everyone should be like in the game. Now you're giving them ideas, and you know if they did something like this, y'all be the first ones to say, "Oh, this is bullshit. They milking Dominus for everything."
No. Could you imagine like every table in a strip club has a little little board. You swipe your card through and you push a button. Put on bra. Put on underwear.
You know what? Nowadays, it's just gonna have look. Instead of swiping your card, we gotta get with the 21st century, man. All right, Doom. They're gonna have just a little. They're gonna have a QR code with their Cash App, and you're just gonna fucking. There you go.
Look, I got something to say about. I got something to say about all this.
Stop giving away the store. Stop telling me.
I gotta say something. Hold on. I gotta say about this. I've been saying this for a while now. No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Guys.
No. You got a season pass too.
Oh boy. Nah, I do gotta say this though. I've been saying this for a while now. As long as I'm able to pay strippers with food stamps, then I'll be happy.
Bruh.
Shit, pay them with fucking food.
You want to use your access card?
What the hell?
What's wrong with
Yes.
If
I can't get physical money, food stamp.
No.
Look,
you get shot.
No. You know what? That's a legitimate thing. You can actually pick, dude. I've seen it before, and I've seen it so many fucking times. People actually legit trade they sell their food stamps online. I swear to God.
Currency is currency. That's why. As long as you're getting it any way you can. But you have to be kidding me that it's not a necessity though. So you shouldn't be trading your food stamps for that.
Ooh.
You shouldn't be. What's wrong with y'all?
What, strippers? Strippers are just paid therapists, just like anyone else.
Paid therapists?
Therapists, just like the fucking bartender. The bartender's a therapist too.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a damn good point that you brought that up. Yeah. Because a bartender just sits there and just listens to everything everybody says.
Yeah, have another drink.
Same thing with strippers.
Yeah. Strippers.
And you know what? They do exactly what therapists actually do. They're confidential. They don't talk about their clients.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah, you just.
So strippers should have PhDs then, huh? Like,
what?
I guess so.
No.
They always say they're working to get that paper.
No,
right?
No, strippers having PhDs that'll make them smarter. No, we don't need that.
No.
Whoa! Wait, did he
all strippers are stupid. Yeah.
Did he just go there and say you make
Finish him.
No, if they become smarter, then we're giving them the ideas.
Bruh.
And they'll fuck up.
No, I'm gonna hit it again. No way. You just said you're gonna hold the girl back because they're making smarter, and so she won't put up with your shit. Are you serious?
God.
What kind of toxicity are you bringing to this right now? This is horrible.
After that, they're gonna go back and earn their doctorate.
Yeah, they're gonna go back and earn their doctorate. Yep. They always say that they're in school and they're working their way through school. This would be
Doctor
the
of
thing,
stripping.
right?
Look, man. Look, I'm just gonna say. Not once have I ever been to any female doctor or any kind of someone in any kind of profession that requires a PhD, and they said they came from stripping.
All right.
I'm just saying. I've never seen anyone with a college degree that said, "Oh yeah."
So could you imagine that walking? Could you imagine that walking to a strip joint and then you see Dr. Sparkles?
No one, Dr. Sparkles
on the thing, Dr. Sparkles.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I mean, seriously, like, could you imagine that? Just walking and you see the woman's photo and it says Dr. Sparkles.
No, I can't. No.
Oh boy, you're killing me here.
I'm sure there's someone out there named last name was Sparkles and they're a doctor.
You know, shit, Professor Cinnamon. Professor Cinnamon.
Jesus Christ. He's going right to the handbook with this.
I mean, hold on.
He's going right to the handbook with this one.
Okay, and the way they get their diploma is they put it in their G-string.
Oh my God!
Why not?
Wait, hold on.
G-string.
Well, wait, guys.
No.
This does bring a point. What about the cosplay thoughts? Are they strippers too?
No, because you don't even get to see their titties. They get banned.
They get banned.
Yeah, they get banned.
I mean, because you got these cosplay thoughts charging motherfuckers money for fucking somewhat lewds and nudes and shit.
Look, look. All I gotta say to all the simps, you vote with your wallet.
Oh,
vote with your wallet.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with what you're saying, man. That's a no word.
You know what?
Oh,
all I'm saying is anyone that pays for that stuff is you just vote with your wallets. If y'all want to see actual titties, then don't pay for it. And eventually they're gonna be like, all right, fine, y'all get titties, and then y'all get, you know what I'm saying? That's all y'all.
Since we're on this subject of titties and all, let's move on.
I can't
all right, what do we got? We're on the trash topics now. Let's move it.
Man has been sentenced for injecting woman with semen syringes. Let me redo this because I
call my dick.
Jesus Christ! Here we go with.
That's exactly what I call my dick, a semen syringe.
Let me reword this article because they did it wrong. They did it wrong. They had the opportunity to seize the moment and they didn't. So let me do this right. Man, Thomas Steeman, all right, sentenced for injecting women with semen syringes. That's how it should have been done, all right? That's how it should have been done.
God damn.
And the fact that he
I don't have semen syringes.
Yeah, I mean, first
you
off,
gotta be really fucked up to do that.
No, well, it's not just that. This is how I see it as well. Someone didn't take the course on where you're supposed to inject the syringe. All right, because injecting them in the arm is not the way to go. All right.
Oh God, dude. So, I mean, I've heard some fucked up shit, but this is weird.
It is.
I mean, I've seen people put like tainted needles in movie theater seats.
Yeah, I mean, but
you heard about that shit?
Back in the day. But this is semen-filled syringes. Injecting them with semen in the arm isn't going to get what you want. All right.
Yeah. It's not going to do anything.
Wait. Women used to drag baser every once in a while back in the day. Didn't they? Drag baser. We always heard, saw articles about that. Now it's semen syringes. Like this guy has went way too far. He has.
But why? But the reason is to what end though? Did it say to what end? Is he trying to get his wife pregnant?
Yeah. What was the purpose
for a woman?
He ran a women.
Okay. Does he want to get? So is this like some form of rape? I mean, can that be considered a rape? Or assault?
I would consider that rape. I would. It's assault and rape.
Okay.
Yeah, it's assault. It's sexual assault. That's rape. Yes.
With a semen syringe.
You're forcing yourself onto somebody, and you're putting your semen in somebody. By force.
Wait.
Yeah. No. I agree. No. That's definitely That's sexual assault.
I agree. But it's like a double-edged sword.
No, it's not.
Technically, you're not forcing yourself because you're using a syringe.
You're still forcing the jab them with the syringe, so you are forcing yourself.
That is so weird.
They're not voluntarily putting their arm out and saying, "Hey, inject me." They're not doing that. It's rape.
You're just forcing it on people.
Yeah.
But what is the point of putting a semen in your arm, though?
I don't know. He crazy.
They don't know. Nobody knows.
He's crazy.
That's the whole thing. Nobody knows.
That's the whole point of this. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's crazy. That's the reason. He's crazy.
Man, he could just probably be selling like, some bunk ass, COVID vaccine and just say, "Oh yeah, it's a COVID vaccine," and you just jump
that's
insane or whatever.
No matter how no matter how you slice.
By the way, it's jizz. Just kidding.
I'm just saying. No matter how you slice
What
it.
if he?
Yes, it is.
What if he's trying to create an army though?
It doesn't matter.
You can't. It's not possible to get a person pregnant through the arm.
Unless you're trying to get unless you're trying to make a mutant baby out of your arm or something.
Well, first of all, here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying is you can't get a person pregnant. You can get a woman pregnant. Let's get that right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So,
go ahead.
Anyway, you can get a woman pregnant, but not through the arm.
To be fair, we did have a wrestling. We had an arm, so
Mark Henry's arm, his hand.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, let's move on. We have some more news.
Next one.
Yeah. Florida man exposes himself to toll collectors 7 times. 7 times. Because apparently the first one wasn't enough.
Here we go. Florida. Fucking Florida, man.
Florida, man.
Is that okay? Okay, I was about to say. I mean, has anyone not done that before? Has anyone ever gotten some roadhead while they're going through a toll road camera?
Here we go.
There we go.
We do have some more news.
I mean, I'm just saying. There may have been one instance, but good thing the picture was from the rear, not the front.
I'm just saying, he didn't even do it the first 6 times, let alone the 7th time. Arrest him. I'm just saying, arrest him.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? Just hearing that, this is what I have to do right now.
So we got the menace called the Dixon Syringe Man, and then we got this fucking dudes.
Yes.
Why about they just join powers and call them Syringe
We do
fucking?
have more news that's going to probably turn your stomach here. So, Alanis Morissette, all right, admits that the music industry is run by elite pedophiles. That's right.
What the fuck, dude?
Yes, it is.
Surprised.
Well,
yes, it is. All the rappers are all the rappers are speaking out about it. Raptors know what's up. The lizard men. The fucking lizard men in Hollywood.
Those damn lizard men.
Damn lizard men in Hollywood.
Y'all heard it here, folks. Raptors.
Dare I say Nagas?
Do I dare now say Snickers?
Oh, don't you Raptor rappers. That's what we got now. Now you're just generalizing. Now you're being racist. Y'all know y'all being racist at this point. Y'all should know better. There's something wrong with y'all.
Oh, y'all killing me.
Y'all know better than this. Now y'all done fucked up. Y'all done fucked up all the way.
You fucked up now.
I'll see the rest of you guys in hell.
My nigga, we're already in hell.
We already.
Yeah, we're already in hell.
But there's more to this. Alanis Morissette says that she claims that she was raped by multiple men in the new HBO documentary. That's right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
This gets
I'm
serious.
just saying, this is more than just the music industry. This is also to do with Disney. I personally believe that Disney is the entertainment industry in general.
Yeah.
Now, with this said, Alanis Morissette has come out and criticized HBO, saying that this is not the story that she agreed to tell. She was talking about it, but they highlighted it more than just letting it go because there was more she wanted to talk about. Now, I went to try to watch this documentary, but it's not out yet. It doesn't come out till I think November 21st or something like that. So called Jagged. So
jeez, man.
I was definitely looking forward to this documentary.
Oh no.
The music industry has always been like that.
They're gonna spin this in the worst light ever.
Yeah, no, mind you, last time HBO took heat over documentaries over the Michael Jackson documentary. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, with Oprah involved. So yeah, I'm not surprised.
But see, the thing is, all these people are, all these six of the music industry, they're all rotten to the fucking core, especially these big record labels. And the thing is, it's no big surprise. What's her name? The Catch Me Outside girl.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much shit she's probably been through, but she's still making it and she's fine with it, so it's whatever.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's right. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's right.
It doesn't mean it's right. There's been so many documented cases about just almost anyone in the music industry, and just like you said, the entertainment industry as at large. It all started way back when with Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to see stream shit, that was some fucked up shit. Her stories that she had to tell.
Yeah, that's just exploiting everything.
It is.
But again, it's just but again, it doesn't surprise me that within the elite, there's always going to be pedophiles in any kind of elite circle, whether it's politicians, entertainment, or anything. Because this is exactly why child trafficking is a thing.
Yeah. Think about how like some movie actors in the past have gotten hired, casting couches.
Yeah.
Well,
let's keep in mind that she is upset and she is going against HBO's documentary afterwards. So it goes to show you that she's very upset. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some lawsuits after this, depending on how how the chips fall in this documentary.
I can see why HBO did what they did because they want to try and get stir up drama, but at the same time, these are the same fucking kids cartoon country like Nickelodeon. Where that one dude was sexually going after people's feet, like kids' feet and shit.
I know you're talking about.
Then you got fucking Disney with their shit, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not.
Oh god, I'm sure Disney was notorious.
Yeah. Well, Disney, like just Disney resorts in general, like there's been known pedophiles like raping kids in fucking hotel rooms in some places.
Well, I heard that's a big thing. Even in Europe right now, that's a big thing from all of the the migrants coming in and all of that.
I can't touch that one because that would get me into some trouble.
Well,
okay, all right.
Like child sex trafficking in general, it should be just done. We need to sort that shit out. And that's gonna have to be the public.
It's big. It's big over here. It's real
global.
Well, it's real big over here in Texas right now, especially with all them kids being held in cages and remember that whole thing about them being separated from their families? Yeah. That's not the government. It's not what you think it is. That's them straight up stealing kids and selling them off to them. That's the deal between the government and I'm just saying it right now.
We're conspiring? Is that what we're doing?
We're conspiring. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah! For the man. Just saying.
I'm just saying because you know what? Almost all the time, my phone is going off saying Amber Alert.
Amber Alert. Yeah.
Amber Alert.
Yeah, it's been like that for the last couple of days. That one Amber Alert, they cleared that one because they found the girl like Saturday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Amber Alerts are a real thing. Like they give them to us on our phones as well when something happens, and it's a real thing. It's something that I understand that 9 times out of 10, it's probably the mother or the father took the child because custody thing. At least here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is. But you still can't negate that Amber Alerts bring out a really big presence. And it's a really big thing that needs to be dealt with. So,
well, not too long ago. Not too long ago, just driving on the highway, they have those signs that post on there that say that, and they were looking for a GMC Yukon with the license plate number.
Yeah, they have them on our highways too. They let you know. Yeah, if they think they're close to the area, they'll put them on a highway billboard. They'll put you out there. Face, name, everything. They don't care. So, but
all right, next topic.
Like I said, Lance Morissette is like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some lawsuits after this. But yeah, our next topic goes into Florida Man again.
Florida Man.
Florida Man plants a banana tree.
We need people to sort this woman out. This shit out.
Florida Man plants a banana tree in a pothole in the middle of the road.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
I guess it brings.
That's the most normal thing.
Attention to potholes. I would think.
Because I can't fucking stand potholes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would bring attention to the potholes for the people to fix it, right? I mean, that's what we do.
To be honest,
we pay fuck tons of money to have our roads repaired, and potholes seem to be the most problematic thing that nobody seems to care about wanting to fix.
Yeah, well, here you hit a pothole, your car's going in it. It's a hole. It's like a guy's.
Yeah.
It's not even a pothole. So yeah, it's bad here.
So it's the same. It's the same as the United States here then, because there's so many fucking potholes and it's barely fucking fixed, and they won't do anything about it all the time.
Well, this one I
think it's just. I think it's a universal thing, man.
I just think he has a point in this one. Florida Man, he does. However, in
Texas, Florida Man.
No, I'm not hating on Florida Man for this one. I'm actually okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with this one too. I'm okay with it too. It brings attention.
This is the most normal Florida man. This is the most normal Florida man has ever done. Fucking.
Yeah, it really is. It is.
Props to the Florida man. Give him his props.
Yeah, I know Florida man finally. We'll give you some.
Florida man needs some props for that.
Oh, this is good.
Doing something good for the community, for the children, for the kids.
Children.
But what is it? We do have some more news. Now, here's something that I have seen all over Twitter. I've seen people that I follow, there are teachers that talk about it. It's been happening in their schools out in Texas. Okay, the TikTok challenge. Devious Lick encourages vandalizing and stealing school property. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's over here in Austin.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
Actually, over here in Texas.
Vandalizing and stealing is now a challenge. There's no you're encouraging crime.
Vandalizing.
Yeah.
Vandalizing. Vandalizing the bathroom. So this is a TikTok. This is exactly why I said when people said, "What's the thing?" I remember someone made
what message are they trying to convey?
No, well, that's the thing. There's no message behind it because here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Is what I said. There was a poll, and people asked this question. It was like, "What's the one piece of technology that has done the worst for mankind?" And I said, without a doubt, TikTok. TikTok. All it's doing is just encouraging kids just to be fucking badass kids. That's all they do. Kids, they look like they're having fucking spasms. And I'm gonna say this from my own personal experience. I was dating this one girl. She had 3 kids, and by God, they watched too much TikTok, and you could tell because they could not sit still in a fucking in any environment. You're over there, and they're doing those weird little fidgets that they do. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know if anyone has kids or seen kids. In public, you know what I'm talking about. Yep. They do that weird little fidget dance shit, and they can't stop moving.
We saw that at a convenience store. These 2 girls in a car as we were coming back out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You just see them fidget, and the TikTok, and now then they're encouraging this whole destroying the bathrooms thing, and they're calling it challenges. The challenge thing is stupid.
I agree.
It's not a challenge. What is it? What is a challenge? How do you know you won the challenge?
Wait, you know what's the challenge behind that?
What's the prize?
Going to fucking prison.
Yeah. Here. I got a challenge for the TikTokers. How long can they stay off it?
Yeah,
exactly.
Stay off TikTok.
That's a good one.
There you go. Stay off TikTok challenge. You know what? Everyone's banning all this shit. Everyone's banning all the misgendering and all this other random bullshit. Let's talk about the real shit at issue. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
MVP for this one.
We're focusing on the wrong shit. We're focusing on the wrong things right now. All right? We need to be focusing on if y'all are talking about honestly the media is brainwashing the youth. That's what they're doing.
I've got balls of steel.
That fact. Because you see it everywhere. They're desensitizing everything. They're desensitizing them. They're grooming children for the New World Order. I'm telling you.
We're back
Not that New World Order.
Oh, yeah!
That's what they're doing.
Everybody's been walking around throwing the Wolfpack symbol.
Speaking of more news, since y'all were there, all right. Speaking of conspiracies, well, in one person's mind, it's conspiracy. Netflix has announced.
See, someone in the chat agrees with me. They said for real.
Yeah.
See,
Netflix has announced that Tiger King 2 will be coming this year. That's right, this year. Tiger King 2.
Tiger Man.
The king of all Florida men.
Yep, the king of all Florida men. Joe Exotic will be back, and we will see exactly what's happening. They're promising to have more mischief, more man, bigger and better than the last season. So that should be interesting. What can they really get into at this point? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Unless you're talking about the lawsuit between Carl Baskin and.
Well, Carol Baskin ain't gonna be in it, so I don't know what they're gonna do with this one.
Yeah,
she doesn't want to be. She didn't want to be in it. She said it was utter trash.
Yeah.
No, there is a legit lawsuit going on with her and the ex-husband's family because.
Well, maybe if she wasn't a bitch, she would be in it.
High five to that one. See, this is why we can't have strippers getting the doctrine.
If she didn't allegedly feed her husband to a tiger.
She did. I don't trust that.
It's allegedly. We can't say she did it because we don't know. It's allegedly.
Well, I'll say she did because I know she did.
Well,
hey, Carl Baskin, I know you killed your husband. How about you come and sue me, bitch?
God.
No.
Okay,
Go to my country, bitch.
Well, let's move on, shall we? We have a little announcement for everyone who's listening to the show. We are going to have a Steam game key giveaway to a random game. That's right. If you can figure out this, if they can figure out this equation. So I want everyone to be quiet so they can hear the equation. You ready? Here we go.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down.
Jesus Christ.
See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, and we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 and 2/3%. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie. And they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
With that said, let me say that with this,
God help you.
So again, the prize is a random Steam key for a game. If you can figure out
Scott Steiner's
Scott Steiner's math equation.
That's right. So these are the rules to the math equation. Not only do you have to be able to, I wouldn't say answer correctly Scott Steiner's math equation, but the best answer will get a Steam key. Okay, but you also have to follow and submit your answers to at event_omega_pod and DM the answer that you have for the Scott Steiner. I call it a sweepstakes at this point. Steam Gate Key giveaway.
Oh Jesus!
So I want people to understand really quickly that this is something that is all in fun. Like I said, if you have the best answer and you submit it, we will be looking at your answers the entire time. And we will pick, as a group, who has the best answer. The giveaway is till when? Till next month. And then what we'll do is we'll probably do another giveaway key next month for another giveaway. So those are the rules for the Steam. What's going on? You want proof? No, you don't know. You don't mathematical proof. I guess you would need it. You would need the answer. And like I said, it's also not just being right all the time. It's also the best answer. So like I said, the best answer can also be wrong, but still hilarious as hell. So yeah, it doesn't matter. So yeah. So whoever comes up with the best answer for this equation will get a free random game by the Event Omega podcast. That's right. So and you have until next month of this day. Today of next month. So today is what, the 26th? Yes. So you have until October 26th to submit your answer. That's right. So let's move on.
You know how we pulled this off? I submitted this question.
Okay, well,
you weak mortal.
Really didn't know that, but okay.
We really didn't. Yeah, I really didn't even know that.
Really didn't know that, but okay.
But I'll accept the most goofiest answer. The most goofiest answer is what I'll take.
So it doesn't matter. So like I said,
please for the love of God, don't pick 69.
Well,
I will ban you.
I was, okay. If it was up to me, like I said, I would have just said, let's all just have a Gundam tournament and then just weed out everyone and we'll just share the prize amongst ourselves.
No.
I'm just saying it would have,
We're not Manhattan, all right? We don't do that. All right, we don't do that. No.
We're not Waypoint Cafe.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Because we can't have anyone out of state winning. All right? We can't have anyone outside the pod winning, all right?
We'll do celebrity boxing.
But guys in the chat, I hope you have fun trying to solve this equation. give us your best answers, and we'll choose the
I
winner.
think the correct answer is Professor Snape doing a women's dance.
We still have
Oh my
more to go. We still have more to
No.
go. So,
Yes, that
weekly
leaves the
picks.
best.
Weekly picks. Who wants to start first?
I'll start first.
All right, go ahead.
So this is a really classic game, and thinking about it, but way back on the old Nintendo 64, Rush 2.
Oh, okay. Not a bad pick. Yeah. Not bad at all.
Tell us about the game.
Well,
and
I mean,
why we should play it.
If you ever play the old Rush games, like it's just a arcadey fun.
Like San Francisco Rush, yeah.
Yeah, just playing San Francisco Rush. Like if you remember playing the sort of fun ass games back then, like Rush 2. I can definitely say the game to avoid is avoid LA Rush on the PS2.
Well, there you go.
Because that's not a real Rush game.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least you put it out there.
Not to be confused with Colombian Rush. If you know what I mean.
But yeah, if it Rush 2 on the old Nintendo 64.
Okay. Anyone else want to go?
Fine, I'll go next one.
Yeah, what you got, man? What you got?
I always usually go first or second. I'm kind of waiting for everyone to see what anyone else says. Anything.
So I'll go next then. Well, the first one's going to be we beat Tottenham Hotspurs.
Okay.
3-1.
Yeah, y'all won 3-1. Yeah, I saw that. Congratulations.
So
Congratulations.
how do you feel, Chelsea? How do you feel, Chelsea? You can't beat Man City.
How do I feel? We beat Tottenham last week. I'm fine.
Oh yeah.
I'm fine.
You're telling us all they're going to be so angry.
I said,
they only
and
won
they are
one
angry.
goal.
Have you not seen it? They are angry.
Yes.
They're still angry.
They should be angry. They're the worst team in the world. They should go fuck off somewhere.
Ben, do you drink enough beer to do beer reviews? I wonder.
No, I don't think so.
I do.
You can be quiet, Mr. Callan, with his cans, and you still haven't shown me the fucking photos.
I'll show you, Bob. I'm sitting here drinking Guinness right now. I'll send you a picture of it.
I don't trust you with Callan cans, man. I'll do my
the micro brewed beer.
Yeah. Guinness extra stout.
Nitrogen. What was it? Nitrogen charged or whatever with the nitro ball in it.
That stout is, that is sour.
So Ben, what is your pick? Since you did the first, what's your pick?
I'm gonna pick the greatest movie series I would say in America is Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3.
Rush Hour series?
Ooh,
that's a good pick. Yeah,
that's a good movie.
That's not a bad pick.
Yeah, it's not at all.
The Rush Hour trilogy.
Yeah, I would say 3 is the weakest out of all of them, but it's still fucking good.
Who doesn't like Christopher and Jackie Chan getting together and fighting? Who doesn't?
Yeah, I can.
Wait, didn't they make a fourth one?
No, they didn't.
No.
They were trying to. Yeah, they were trying to. But they're still in talks about doing it, but I just don't see it. At this point, Jack Chan. I think Jack Chan's doing his own movie, isn't he? Or something.
He's
also
production.
I can't remember. Like, I don't think Chris Tucker's done anything anymore.
Yeah. Well, last I known about him, he said he was in debt.
He just had a stand-up comedy special not too long ago on Netflix, so can't be that much in debt.
Okay, I'll just I'm not good to that then, because he's fucking funny. I don't know why he doesn't do more shit.
He asked for too much money. That's why.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you got a good pick though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who's next?
Yep. I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
Yeah.
My weekly pick is going to be Gundam: The Origin.
Okay.
Watch and see how I become so jaded to where I want to destroy the zombie family.
Well, I watched it. It's very good. I watched that.
And you can catch it. You can catch it on. You can actually catch it on Hulu.
Oh, Hulu and Netflix. Huh? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Really well. It was really well done. I liked it. Cody.
Oh. Well,
This message brought to you by cocaine and cocaine accessories. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Cocaine.
I'm for it. Go ahead. I'm gonna let it ride. Go ahead.
No, I'm just kidding.
Today's sponsor on this podcast is Young Gear.
No.
My weekly.
Yep.
My weekly pick. I've been playing it since it first dropped.
Okay.
Korean booty sluts. The game.
Lost Judgment. I've been playing it since Tuesday.
Okay. Okay.
Did you
Fuck
play
you,
any of the games
Cody.
in the arcade?
Yeah, he said, "Fuck you." What?
I can't even get it, man. I gotta wait for fucking ages now to get this game.
Oi, mate.
I've been playing Lost Judgment since Tuesday, and I'm really enjoying the story
Wait.
for this one.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
cool.
why can't you get it?
He's got to wait to get paid.
Why can't you get it, bro?
He gotta wait
My
to get paid.
Different release
finances, dude.
date. Oh yeah.
Oh, release date.
My
Okay.
finances.
Money.
Oh, okay. Finances. Okay, I was about to say if
Yeah.
it was due to like it wasn't released in the UK, I was like, just get an American version. They both speak
Yeah, it's
English.
like-
Nah, like
okay.
so far I actually been enjoying Lost Judgment. Yo, I'm hyped that I get to beat up fake ass high school kids thinking they're tough, son. You get to beat up high school kids.
You get to
live the power fantasy of beating up high school kids. That's cool.
So what you're saying is that it's the Japanese version of the bully.
So you're saying that we need to cancel Lost
I
Judgment?
mean, I don't want to spoil too
Okay.
much, but that's like part of the story
Okay,
of
you
the
don't have to spoil
game.
it. It's okay. It just came
But
out.
I'm hyped though. I'm hyped when I got to beat up fucking high school kids thinking they're tough.
Okay.
Do they have that one section with
Fucking respect the
certain
elders, son.
men
You
and,
respect
like-
your fucking elders.
Jesus Christ.
Does it have that one?
Well, there you go
scene-
again with the 1998 Godzilla. No, out. Leave, go. You are not welcome here, sir.
Why?
Or madam.
Why?
Wait, hold on.
Like Godzilla.
If he's talking about if he's talking about that live
He's
action,
talking about the one with Matthew Broderick. Yes.
The American one.
Yeah.
oh hell no,
The American one.
no, God, burn that shit in the fire. Fuck out of here.
Nope.
I'm a Godzilla fan. Fuck out of
with
here.
you.
Well.
To the
Can
dungeon.
we get that person arrested? I think
Before
that's
everyone
offensive.
gets
I think we should
triggered,
arrest him.
well, speaking of arrested, that's what we're going to talk about.
Arrest him.
Well, that's
Okay.
what my pick is this week. First, before the chat is saying the tryout Squid Game, and I did watch the first 4 episodes. It's worth watching. I would say that now. It's on Netflix, Squid Game. But that's not what I want to talk about. My pick this week is called Accused, Guilty or Innocent on A&E. There's 2 seasons of it, right? You get to see how people are accused of doing crimes and if they're guilty or innocent, no matter. And I'll tell you now, this is one of those fight the system type documentaries, like docuseries, because you will see a person go through all this hell, all these cases with the prosecutor, and how the prosecutor is absolutely wrong, and still go to jail. Or they're too afraid to go up against the system, so they take the plea deal, even though they didn't do it.
Damn.
Yeah, people getting 20
Oh, at least
years.
it's not like the Japanese court system.
Dude, one guy almost got 60 years for punching the guy in self-defense. 60 years. And he was only, what, 22 years old, something like that? Crazy. Like, I've been watching the first 2 seasons. They only have 2 seasons. And out of all the 2 seasons, I think only 2 people have been found not guilty. Even though they have a mountain of evidence that supports them.
Like, what is it? The Japanese court system is like you're automatically guilty before innocent.
No, this is here in America. This isn't Japanese. No, this is here in America. And I get what you're trying to say. It's pretty much as guilty before it be innocent. It pretty much is.
That's universal. Though. Also, that's universal because that happens here as well.
This happens, and most of these happen. Dude, these happen in Texas. These happen in Kentucky. These happen in Virginia. These happen in Detroit. They go all over the map and show you these things. And people are just lucky.
I guess Florida man is going to be fucking innocent.
Yeah, Florida man, yeah, it's a whole different thing in Florida. But I mean, like one girl, she was 13 years old when a murder happened. They found her fingerprint on a piece of duct tape that her grandfather had, who was working at the said establishment before the murder happened. They waited till she was 23, 10 years, to try her as a murder for an adult. And guess what? They found her guilty.
You can't. No,
Jesus.
I disagree. That's absolutely illegal because you can't.
They found
At
her
certain
guilty.
periods of time, you can't though because the laws changed.
She said she wasn't even there. She had the evidence that showed that she wasn't there. It didn't matter. Her fingerprint was on that piece of duct tape and 9 other fingerprints that they couldn't find matches to. So that means 10 people total touched that duct tape.
They walked away somehow.
And everyone walked away but her.
So, the biggest problem though with all that is that you legit can't though because there's a certain law like you can only go back to a certain amount of time. You can't do it within 10 years.
They kept the case open.
It's statute of limitations.
They kept the case open. It was a cold case for a minute. They didn't close it though. They kept it open. Then when she was old enough, they brought her up on charges and then decided hit her with was it jail sentence? 23
They're
years
in a
old.
state though. Is she,
That's I think that also falls on the defense attorney then at that point, because you can't say like, you know what I'm saying, like some of that falls on the defense attorney to bring that up, like, you know, I mean, of course it was back then, but also like now that she's an adult, now you're gonna bring it up.
If you see the way these prosecutors work, how they put charges on top of charges on top of charges on top of charges, it's like, bruh.
Oh yeah.
Bruh. Like,
they go after, they put a lot of shit in because they know most ratings are gonna stick. So they try and do that.
And then later,
most of them are not gonna stick. Yeah.
And then later they say,
yeah, they're throwing everything they can against the wall, and then whatever.
And then they ask you, do you want to take a plea deal? That's what they ask.
I would have said suck my dick.
One guy was he took a plea deal because he was scared to lose his child because they said it was shaken baby syndrome, and here it was. The doctor got on the stand. The expert doctor got on the stand and said, "Look, this wasn't shaken baby syndrome. This is something that happened during childbirth. Something went wrong during childbirth, and it slowly but surely happened to this child." Guess what? He took the guilty plea.
This reminds me of one court case where they
was going to put him away for life for that. And he was like,
I would have told him not to take it. I would have told him not to take it.
Either he either did the time, the little bit of time that they gave him the plea deal, or go to jail for life. That was the choice he had. He was like, I want to be able to see my son, so he took the plea deal.
They're basically trying to get you to admit guilt.
Admit that you're guilty.
Regardless.
Yeah.
That's why you can't.
They show you.
This is a huge
offense.
offense.
Well, they show you all the ins and outs of the actual defense of the prosecutor and defense. They show you everything. It goes on for months.
Yeah, the problem here, though,
you know what upsets me the most? I don't know. I'm just saying, you know what upsets me the most in a lot of these cases, in a lot of stuff, is that maybe not a lot of these cases, but I've noticed it's a trend, is that, at least here in America, you're innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. And that seems to be a lot of things. They'll take someone's, present whatever it is as fact, and now you got to basically prove why you didn't do it. And it's like, no, it's the other way around. You got to prove how they did it. It's up to
without a shadow of a doubt that you didn't, that you're guilty, and that's the thing. There's no shadow of a doubt in these.
Yeah, and it's like I think everyone completely forgot like how it's done in America is you're innocent until proven guilty. So this person, for all you know, is completely innocent of the crime. You really gotta do your research and put all these facts together, because at the end of the day, just like you said, without a shadow of doubt, you gotta be able to, persuade the jury that, hey, this is why they did it.
Yeah, well, they say guilty or innocent on A&E 2 seasons.
Even
it's crazy.
I definitely agree. Also with defense attorneys or defense lawyers, they also work with the courts as well.
Yeah, they do.
Some of them do legit work with the court.
Oh, yeah.
So you're fucked already.
Some of the juries there is like, yo, I don't trust that jury. I can see why he took the plea deal. They was getting ready to send him upstate. You know what I mean? Like, the jury's is out for blood, some of them. So yeah, it's crazy. But
I think we need to talk about this next time, man.
We can talk about it. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it comes on every week. So yeah. It's not a problem. But with that said, I believe that's all we have for today when it comes to our topics. And I would like to say thank you to everybody. So we're getting ready to hit the road on this. And we've been here for about 3 hours. This is 3 hours on the mark right now. So I want to thank everybody.
Oh, well, that's including pre-show.
And pre-show, yeah. So it's about 3:20 and some change, maybe. But no, I want to thank everybody for sticking around and staying with us and talking and joking and understanding that, that's all we're doing is joking. And anytime that we disagree on something, it's gonna be all right. It ain't gonna matter, because we still gonna be all right in the end. So I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for still being here. I want to thank everybody for listening. I hope that everyone has a good day or has a good week until next time. As for me, I'm still going to be good. As for my crew, I hope they're still good. I want to thank y'all.
I'm going to be great.
There you go, see? So until next time, we will talk to y'all then. Y'all be safe. And please, like I said, please check on your loved ones and siblings, because it's getting crazy out here. Even if you consider friends as family, please check on them. Because mental health right now is crazy.
Yeah.
So, until then.
Also, remember, it's October, boys. Remember, there's going to be a lot of fun time around the corner.
Yep.
And remember, we just gave y'all something fun to do. Solve that math equation.
Yep, you got the math equation to go, and we'll be keeping posted on what's going on with that. Until then, we'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. We out.
See y'all next mission.
Laters.